Hello, you're watching
Hello.
Stretford Paddock. Hey up, mates. Hey up, lads.
Hi.
You're on Stephen's throne. We're here for the watch-along for Man United against Manchester City. Carabao Cup semi-final, first leg. You know the drill. We've got an empty seat at the moment. Kieran is expected. He's on the way. He's going to slide in at some point, not in a gross way, in a nice way. What are we thinking tonight then, lads? Nervous, scared, optimistic? 3-0 loss. Come on.
3-1.
You're eating a donut. You should be happier than that.
Captain Rashford to get us one back.
I want a draw. I want a nil. I go 0-0.
How about this though? 3-1
0-0.
followed by a 3-1 win for us at the Etihad.
What, PSG style?
Yeah, but we did well at the Etihad.
I take it.
We do, but I don't.
Well, the City
I
of
don't want to
Manchester
lose
City.
3-1.
No, we don't want to lose 3-1, do we?
We might do though.
As we see
They're
the
quite
teams, they've got a good team, haven't they? Old City.
Yeah. No striker though, which is odd.
Yeah. Well, if they've got Aguero and Jesus on the bench, do you think they're being rested, or do we reckon they're
I don't know. I
just
think
trying a different thing?
maybe this is something because of the counter-attacking that we did last time. Maybe flood the midfield a bit more.
I personally, I think they've got that formation wrong. But I don't see how, like, if they don't have a striker, you're going to have a front three style like that. I think they're going to have one of them drop off.
I think maybe Sterling or Bernardo Silva might be the one that drops off.
Yeah,
I could see Sterling playing centrally because I think Sterling's the only person, maybe Mahrez as well, who has the quality to be able to play that false nine role.
I don't know. Yeah.
Hello, That United family in the comments.
Hello, That United family.
If you don't know That United family, check them out on YouTube, on
Yeah.
socials, everywhere. There. Excellent United content.
Yeah.
Good to see you joining us. 0-0 then 1-0 at the Etihad is the only way. I take it.
Yeah.
The sort of inverse of Barcelona semi-final 2008, almost,
I can
isn't
see
it?
that happening.
Yeah,
sure.
I could see that. Get your score predictions in the comments.
Yeah.
I like to see what people think. I always like the sort of disparity between people's predictions before the team just comes out and then after. People didn't seem particularly keen on the team today.
That's probably as strong as we could have. We knew that we were going to have midfield struggling. We knew that. There it is. There is the team.
There's the team.
There's not many different. You probably could have played Matic in there, but I think they've got too much pace around in there.
I personally think if we're going to be playing counter-attacking football as well, what's the point of having Matic there?
No,
he's not Scott McTominay,
and he's not got that. He's not got that range of pass.
No,
passing not bad, but driving with the ball is no good.
And I think Scott McTominay is a huge miss in this. Pogba's obviously a huge miss. We know that, but not having Scott McTominay is a big miss because in our counter-attacking style of football, if you watch him against City, if you watch him against Chelsea in the first game of the season, he's incredibly underrated. How vitally important his role in that is, because he's very good at breaking up the game.
Yeah.
And then when he gets the ball, when he recovers the ball,
brings it up through the pitch.
It moves so quick.
Yeah.
Matic doesn't have that ability.
No.
Interesting to see whether Fred takes on that ability today.
Yeah.
There's a lot of legs in midfield there. You got Lingard, Fred, and Pereira who can all press, can all run, can all do that kind of side of it. It's just a case of like the sitting side of it and just patrolling a bit,
which is what Scott can do.
They've just got on. We're watching it on Sky, and they've got Kevin De Bruyne there. He's someone you've got to close down. He's the one that you've got. He's going to be their key for tonight. He's so good.
Here's a tactic that I've always considered.
Boot him.
You never see anyone do this.
Go on.
Ignore him. Simply pretend he's not playing. Like, don't mark him. Don't cut out his passes. Don't go near him. Don't look at him. Don't speak to him.
Just let him put it in the top corner.
Give him the cold shoulder.
Yeah.
Because for some players, that's the worst thing you can do. Mental warfare.
So are we gonna?
I'm not saying it'll work. There's a reason I'm not a football manager. But if you simply ignored him, could we stop him playing? That's
what you actually need is you need you need a midfielder who's really good at like following players. I think United need to sign somebody like that. I think there's this guy at PSG. There's this guy at PSG called Herrera who does it really well.
Look-alike.
Alejandro Herrera lookalike.
Your work has gone through the floor.
When we first started doing the videos, that was a big thing, and now it's died off.
Well, he left, didn't he?
It's also not true. I don't look anything like him, apart from the sense that I'm a white guy with dark coloured hair. That's about it.
It's more than that, though, isn't it? Because we both tick those boxes as well.
Well, I mean, your hair's pretty distinctive.
Where's Kieran?
In a good way.
Very strong City team, and we are massively lacking in the middle in regards to quality. Yeah, we are. And like you said, it was a good point, actually, that we're sort of making up for quality with just engines and legs.
Yeah.
Because all three of those midfielders can run all day, can't they?
Well, that's the only way we're going to do it today. Is outrun them a lot. And I think we might miss Martial, to be honest, because I think he was very good in the last game. He is good at holding the ball when he's got the ball to feet.
Yeah.
Greenwood's not quite got that.
No.
He's very good at other things. His finishing's brilliant. He's probably a better out-and-out goal scorer, but...
It's not the same thing as counter-attacking football for Greenwood. If you're playing against Newcastle, where they're going to sit back and let Greenwood have the space to do what he wants to do, it's different. And also, this is probably Greenwood's, apart from coming on for 5 minutes, 10 minutes in the PSG game, this is probably his biggest game ever to start in.
This is definitely his biggest game ever.
So it's going to be a moment of magic, a couple of moments of magic if this game goes to United, because there's no way we win it.
How much possession
purely on merit? I don't think
20%, 30%.
I think somewhere between 30 and 35%. I would say.
I'm sure there will be. No Housen today. He's at the game. Someone asked before where Ronaldo is. He's gone back to uni, so
God bless
Ronaldo.
And I fly high and fly strong,
Ronaldo,
you glorious, majestic bird. No, let's not read that. No Housen today. Joe is Bay. Thank you, NKB dude. Thank you very much. You're talking shite. Where's Housen, the fat twat? Yeah, I assure you, he's at the game. We aren't talking shite. Oh no,
he's probably he's saying it.
You know what? I've reread it. You're being offensive, mate. Cheers, Glenn. Man United, come on, United. Exactly.
Yeah.
Transfer Seagull or Riot. He's not here at the moment. He's gone off. He has to fly off and get his news.
I think he's going to. Is he going to Italy?
He's gone. I don't know. He's gone to follow the trawler of news as
he has
Cantona
conversations with a lot of people. So
he's on tomorrow, isn't he? Is he back tomorrow?
I think we should see.
We don't know. He might be on tomorrow.
Hopefully, we'll see him tomorrow. It depends if he comes back.
NKB dude from Japan.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Very active in the comments. He's a good friend of ours.
Good friend of the channel. Cam, what have you done there?
Cam's putting some white cream on his face, but
what you do.
He is a clown. You can do, isn't there? The term "person pig's ear" is springing to mind. I'm excited for the game. I think as well, it's nice before the game starts, because obviously we don't know how this game's going to go. We might get absolutely pummeled here.
We could get pummeled.
Let's just sit for a second and enjoy the fact that we are in a cup semi-final with Solskjaer.
I like how they cut to you. It's just you there with an empty space.
He's on his own. This quiet moment is not something that we're engaging with.
Let's take a moment of solace to appreciate the fact that we are in a cup semi-final with Solskjaer as manager.
Yeah.
It's not great. It's not the biggest tournament in the world, but something good. It's not the worst season ever, is it? We're not knocked out of everything and absolutely shit. There's something happening.
Well, the worst thing that could happen is we get
20-0
tonight, and then we have to go to the Etihad and just.
I trust us to get.
Can we not go to the next game if we get battered tonight? Like just go.
I'll just put a youth team out.
Again, just ignore it.
Just ignore it and not show up.
Do what you do for Kevin.
Like, do you know when someone invites you to a party and you're like, I don't want to go to this party, but I can't let them down, and then on the day you just go, I fell asleep.
Yeah, so you don't text them beforehand. No. You just wait till the next day and they go, where were you? You just go, I was asleep.
Sorry, I went out. I went swimming and I think I got something from the pool. I just fell asleep.
Yeah.
Who's on the bench? Great question.
Martial is on the bench.
We've got
Angel Gomez
is on the bench.
Second time in a row as well.
I've got it here, right here.
Cool, there you go.
Sergio Romero, Juan Mata, Anthony Martial, Diogo Dalot, Angel Gomez, Nemanja Matic, and Tahith Chong.
Ooh.
Who I thought looked quite good.
That was his best game in first team football.
Yeah.
I don't think he was amazing, but I thought he looked better than he has done recently.
Yeah, he looked better.
In his recent
he's still not.
No, I don't think he's world class, but I think he was a bit better.
I think that it may be the fact that he starts to suggest that all that contract stuff is done, and maybe he's been promised like actual first team involvement.
He might just get 3 games.
He might just get 3 games and go off to Juventus. Don't know.
Hater rush none. Yes, lads, sat down with a mean stir fry and some of the devil's lettuce. Let's smash these clowns. Enjoy that, mate.
Did he write the devil's lettuce? I thought
did you include that in? Did you include that in
what
your
he said
stir
to make
fry?
it a bit more user friendly? But I'm glad you're enjoying your night, mate, and hopefully we can guide you through this game. Did anyone see that footage of what's his name? Rui Patricio giving that mascot his jacket.
Yes.
That was lovely, wasn't it?
That's
shivering little
things.
Little mascot. Joe, join the Discord. You know what? I did actually get an invite to this Discord, and I'm a little bit scared to join it, but I'm going to join it right now.
Are you doing it?
Mitz sent me the link yesterday. Was it on? Is it scary? Am I
going to
get?
I've not been on it.
Am I going to get death threats?
Me and Alex are.
I'm not on it. It's not my.
I don't know where he sent it. Mitz sent it me. Is it not? Is it a bit much?
I think it probably is.
I don't have to be in it all the time, though, do I? Because it's scary. Basically, for anyone that doesn't know, if you're a patron of Stephen Housen, you get entrance to a Discord, like a private Discord server. And as far as I can see, it's absolutely mental, isn't it?
Yeah.
I can't open
Yeah, from what I've seen of it.
I think
looks pretty chill, but
I'll ask him.
Chill in a mental way. What do you think about this? Like, City are wearing their jackets before they come out. Like,
Just
do you like that? I don't
nonsense,
like
innit?
it personally.
Just sponsorship
All
money
that
rubbish.
is look, we've got a jacket, come buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
care.
for sure.
That's what it is.
I don't like it. I think.
And
Personally-
what the
personally,
worst thing is,
that
the mascot
jacket's-
doesn't get one. Why
No.
don't they just give
Yeah,
the
as we saw
mascot one?
yesterday.
The mascot's got to have a
No,
thermal
that's
on.
Kevin De
bless him.
Bruyne. That's not.
Oh, right.
right.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's Kevin De Bruyne. Yeah, he's shorter than he looks.
Firstly, it's an ugly jacket.
By the way, Marcus captain. That's big.
So
It is. Who else would it be though? De Gea is the only good
Gea.
option, really, isn't
And
it?
I don't think
he's
De
had the
Gea
best
is-
of time, has he?
No. Do you think Marcus Rashford is the right captain for the game, or would you have given it
Shouldn't
to De
be
Gea for this?
fudging Phil Jones.
Lads, how long before kickoff? Kickoff is in 3 minutes.
Kickoff is it's imminent.
Tres minuta.
I don't think David De Gea isn't loud enough and isn't a leader. I don't think
proud
on the
enough.
pitch.
No.
So I think I'm not saying Rashford is particularly that, but
temperature on or off?
I think
or-
Rashford is
You're cooling it
more of
down.
a captain in my opinion.
Says someone in a.
I have got a turtleneck and a jacket on.
You got a turtleneck on. I didn't notice that. It was under the beard.
It's a roll neck.
It's a roll
It's a
neck.
bit of a roll piece.
can't. I tried that over Christmas. My head looks very.
Was it like a golf ball on a tee?
That's the one. Yeah. That's about right. Yeah.
Juve got some great merch. Yeah, they've got some nice kits
Yeah,
this year,
Juve,
haven't they?
yeah.
That
Yeah.
second home kit thing they've got is very exciting to the
Yes.
eye. You boys been banned from boozing? No, we haven't actually.
No.
Patrick is on the booze
Patrick's
tonight.
got a beer.
I have a beer. Kieran will probably have one.
I
when he
just had a
comes.
very heavy sort of Christmas to New Year, and I'm not doing dry January, but I'm trying
I'm
to
on dry
keep it off.
January. I'm doing it. I'm trying to get.
Why
fit.
does the League Cup exist? I actually don't know, really.
It's a great question.
historical reasons.
but
Well, if
that's
you play,
not a
if you have,
reason,
if
though,
you've
is
ever
it?
played Sunday League, do you not have like the Kent? Say if you're playing Kent, the Kent Cup, right?
we all do,
This is the
of
first.
course, like every
right.
second
It just came to my
Tuesday.
mind. 'Cause that's what I did. Right, Kent Cup,
'Cause
and then
you're
you'd
an
also
absolute
have
Kent.
you'd also have your brilliant. Took me a second there to actually figure out what you're saying. God's sake.
An absolute Kent. Bit
And
more
then
of
you'd
an
have
angle, by the way.
your League Cup. You'd have a League Cup. So I assume that
Yeah.
you just traditionally
But
have a
it's kind
League
of-
Cup.
It's weird
Well, I think
because if the FA Cup was called the League Cup, it would still make sense as a name. Like it's still all of the leagues in a
Yeah,
cup.
but it's every single
Well,
club who could theoretically go to the Premier League. Every single one of those clubs can play in the FA Cup, whereas the League Cup is only
the league.
2-1 Championship Premier League. The same way that you get the FA
It's
Trophy,
strange, isn't
which
it?
is of
Because
course
in a way the League
non-league
Cup is more.
only.
If you're looking at kind of the amount of teams that are allowed in it, the Champions League is the most exclusive.
Yeah.
Then it's the Premier League. Then it's the League Cup.
It's not
and
the
yet
FA
the League
Cup.
Cup matters less than the FA Cup.
well, the FA Cup's historically better.
Yeah.
It's the historical thing because it's
And it's incredible that it's so
because
many
of
teams,
the so
isn't
many
it?
teams in it. Whereas the League Cup is more. I don't know why they created it.
Well, I don't think it was
Does anyone in the
again.
comments know, have a bit of a Google for us?
Again,
and
I think it
find
was
out
just
why?
it was the tradition that you have
Have you got a
cups
tweet
for
out?
Yeah, he's
different
done it.
leagues.
Oh, you have?
No.
Oh, it's just not.
Like the FA
All
Trophy
of us, cheers.
is for non-league, so that exists. So the same way that you have a League Cup, I guess.
Yeah.
And the FA Trophy is a great opportunity for a non-league team to go to Wembley. They get a cup final.
Oh, I'm not saying get rid of it by any means.
I just think that I don't know. I think
like it.
in the modern age of football, where the League Cup obviously probably was around before the Champions League was around, before any European Cup ever was around.
Yeah.
So less games takes on more importance.
because he's stewarding this
Okay, G12 Dish. I'm trying to get in the Discord. Mitt sent me a link to join, but he
go.
sent it yesterday and it's
Come
expired
on,
now,
Mason
and he can't
Greenwood.
send me another one now because he's working at the game. So
Yeah.
I will join it after the game when Mitt's is done. I'll get joined in that. Don't worry about
Yeah,
that.
because Mitz is top
He's
steward.
on the job.
Top steward.
He's probably in the City end as well.
Well, no, because have City got that end, or have they got kind
Oh,
of...
have they moved it round?
It's all... By the way, the ticket situation is absolute chaos for tonight.
Is it? Do you know anything about it?
Well,
It's been rubbish.
the first thing is no one wants to buy the tickets because they've not lowered the price, and it's finally gone on general sale.
That's why we're not there.
They've finally lowered the price on general sale, but now they're being dead picky. Like season ticket holders can't sell their ticket to City fans because City fans were happy to go and sit. By the way, we've kicked off.
We've kicked off. Cheers, lads.
Breathe.
Pint of Guinness clear for me.
And it's 1-0 to City. No, not yet.
No, it's not.
But the ticket situation and the atmosphere isn't going to be great, and it's just going to be rubbish. So
Well, it looks relatively
3,000
full to me.
tickets for City is nonsense.
Yeah, it should have been the 8,000. And
Should
the
have been
thing,
8,000.
the thing is, I think that would have meant that more United fans would have gone
Yeah,
as well. If
absolutely.
they'd have known that it was a bigger...
For a fate.
I do think Raheem
Sterling
Sterling
up
running
against
at
Wan-Bissaka.
Wan-Bissaka straight away, nice from
Lindelof does
Lindelof,
well.
really well. And this could be the first taste of a United counter-attack. That comes to nothing.
Who's that tracking back there? Is that Rodrigo?
Otamendi.
Oh, was it Otamendi?
And I think the price is ridiculous, really. It's still like 30 quid. So say if I wanted to go to the game tonight, and I wanted to go, but I don't. Ultimately, I'm a student, I don't have 30 quid to like spare to just go to a game.
I mean, to be fair though, it is a derby.
A lot of people.
Just a poor ball played inside from Mendy there. Just sort of went in between Wan-Bissaka and I think Pereira.
Pressing.
It's amazing for United. United. It's 3 players different for United tonight compared to the team. But I'm so
much more worried.
Yeah,
because it's the quality of the play. It's Martial and it's Scott McTominay.
And it's
Martial,
Harry Maguire.
And Harry Maguire, sorry, as well. Yeah, goodness me.
Jonesy going over. Go on, lad.
It's just, you look at Phil Jones, you think, oh, Williams.
Brilliant.
Oh, Williams.
Williams is brilliant.
Well done, lad. Yeah,
that's fantastic.
My left back.
Pogba and McTominay, our best two midfielders there, and our best centre back. Literally, like I said, the span of the team just taken.
Camucho, there you go. Get it out of the way. just well done, mate.
Southern.
That's it.
Yeah.
Patrick is Southern.
Like
from Georgia.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. He's
y'all.
our Southern belle. And he will
my
marry
my dad's
son.
from Manchester, my mum's from Ireland,
Why is Phil Jones
and I live
always
here.
on his
so
knees?
I don't know. I am Southern, unfortunately. I was
Never
born down
known a
there.
defender defend on his hands and knees more than Phil Jones.
It's my biggest disgrace. He likes it. It's like David De Gea saving stuff with his legs.
Yeah.
Phil Jones has to tackle with his face, otherwise he doesn't feel like it's a job done well.
Yeah.
I can catch the ball.
Do you know what?
Actually, I'm going to punch it.
He did all right there, though, didn't he?
He did all right.
Let's be fair to him.
It was
He
ungainly,
looked silly.
unorthodox.
We were talking about it. He has had like a couple good games in the past.
Yeah.
What if he just happens to have a good game now?
The pressing was quite high here, aren't
Yeah. Like Arsenal did.
they? Yeah.
I think they've realised that we're really, really bad on the
People
ball.
playing with a muffin top in the office there. And donuts as well, that'll help.
Muffin tops and donuts.
Can you put the game time back on the screen? I've lost the sync. Yeah, it's back up now. We've just adjusted it before because we were a little bit behind, but we're in time now. Step in time.
Cameron was putting some cream on his face.
Our squad has such obvious holes in it, so it drives me mad how we aren't signing players. I think we're trying to sign players.
I think they are trying, to be fair.
You like to think so, anyway.
I don't think they're very good at it, but they are trying.
I don't like the fact that people blame Ole for that as well, as if he's gone to the board. You know what, lads?
I don't need anyone.
We don't need anyone.
I'm fine. Just kick it away, lads. Fucking about
I
it.
hate this. I despise
The
it.
problem,
And look at that, and it forces De Gea
We're not going to win
into
a
it.
header, are we, either?
That's a good ball around the corner. 2 good balls.
Greenwood.
Around the
Oh, that's a foul. That's a foul.
That's close to a booking as well, that.
But it won't be because it's City, and they are the art. They know the art of the
Actually,
tactical foul.
their fouls per yellow card has gone down this season.
Has it?
Yeah. I don't know if it's actually gone down. It's not, but they're not toward the top.
As like they were.
Liverpool is first. I think they get 5 fouls per
interesting.
yellow card or something.
But did you watch the Arsenal game? Was it yesterday?
Lacazette's thing.
Against
Oh
Leeds.
wow, yeah.
Against Leeds, there was Lacazette, but Xhaka. The amount of times he's fouled someone so bad, that's just a yellow card. He did
Really?
it 5-6 times, just didn't give it.
I didn't see it.
I think it's hard. They have a lot to keep track of, but realistically they should have somebody in their ear saying that's that guy's 5th cynical foul now.
Lovely ball from Fred out to Dan James there, 1-on-1 with Mendy. Lovely crossing
good
as well.
idea
Just
from James.
Just behind.
Just slightly behind the line.
Oh, James.
Dan James pressing into the
Well
box.
done,
Great
James.
pressing. Go on, lads. Go on.
Right,
That's
better.
nice.
Let's go.
Excellent pressing from United.
For as
there.
much as we're shaky at the back, I don't think City are much better at the
Oh,
minute.
Pep Guardiola's going to complain about something.
That's a foul.
As well. United, if we make 2 chances, we need to score 1.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because we aren't going to make many, and if we're not going to be able to keep this up throughout the whole game.
Well, we did a video today. We got a lot of stick, didn't we?
Oh yeah, we did for the stick or twist video.
Stick or twist. We got a lot of stick in the stick or twist video.
Yeah, it was mostly stick, wasn't it?
It's mostly stick, yeah. Jesse Lingard was the big one.
Yeah.
And he's starting again tonight. What do you? I mean, for me, he's tonight, especially with
well done, Lingard.
He's on stony ground, isn't he?
With very
That's Rashford down there.
Fucking Kyle Walker going through the back of Rashford.
Oh, he's up again.
With very few midfielders available for United, I think, especially tonight, Jesse Lingard's one of the first names you put on there tonight.
And if we didn't have Jesse Lingard, who would be playing now?
We discussed this before the game started,
Maybe
and we were like, so for example, we've got the stuff coming out now about Lingard apparently going to AC Milan. Firstly, we think that's nonsense. Secondly, it's like, unless you have somebody lined up to replace him, as in like to just replace the pure man in the squad.
Physical body of it.
Yeah. That would be stupid. It would be like selling Ashley Young now. Like as much as you want to replace him, you've got to bring someone in. Otherwise, what's the point?
I think we all agree that he's not good enough to be our week in, week out starting number 10 that's going to be class and score 15 million goals and loads of assists.
No, exactly.
But what he is, I'd rather have him as a squad player than
Andreas.
someone else, because he. And people say, "Oh, it's because he's from Manchester and because he's done all this." Well, that is one of the reasons why I want him as the.
Yeah, I don't think
I'd
there's
rather
necessarily a problem with favouring someone that's been at the club for 15 years already.
Yeah,
especially when they're of the same level, basically.
Yeah.
I think Lingard, he does offer this pressing thing. A lot of people say, "Oh, that's nonsense." No, he does. He works in the right games.
And he's good at one touch. He's very good in transition. Like when the ball gets played into him when they're breaking, he's very good at playing those kind of passes.
That being said, nobody is saying they want him playing week in, week out.
No.
Nobody's saying they even want him playing these big games. We're just saying that he's there as a utility player, and the amount of stuff that he gets online as being the worst player ever, whatever, is just nonsense. And there's worse players on the pitch right now, and people won't play in the back notch.
Yeah.
Cheers for putting this together, lads. Some of us are working, and it's great listening to you lads chat while I type away. Thank you very much, Taylor.
Cheers, mate.
It's nice. It's nice of you to listen and to watch. Where do you work? Let us know where you work.
Where do you work?
Might be doing revision or something as well.
Might be doing revision. That's
might be doing me.
I'm not necessarily at work. Sterling's already had one cross put in and one cross blocked against Wan-Bissaka, hasn't he? Good stuff.
Oh, well done, Phil Jones.
Well.
Good
Great
reading
tackle.
of the game there by Phil Jones and Fred.
Fred doing well
Twisting,
there.
turning, and a
we
nice
go
ball
now.
up to Rashford. Here we go. Dan James is on the run.
Oh, I should have done the big.
Yeah.
Should have taken the risk.
Greenwood.
Here comes Greenwood.
Rashford
Rashford in the box now.
He's gone
Goes
past
round
him.
the defender in the box.
Oh!
I don't know where
Greenwood
that
there on the edge now.
And Pereira's taking too long.
Pereira.
Taking too long. Oh,
Edge of the box. Fred!
Oh, that's
He can't
offside.
shoot.
Offside.
That's offside.
Fred
Right,
can't.
well, that was promising.
Fred
I went
can't
light-headed
shoot.
then. Fred
Fred
can't
can't
shoot.
shoot.
No, Fred's a
No,
terrible,
Fred can't shoot.
terrible shottist. Shotter.
That was good though,
Yeah, really good play. Lovely running behind from Rashford there.
good
Well
football.
found by Greenwood.
and he does really
What
well.
happens
here,
is
actually.
who clears this?
just
Fernandinho
turned
as
Fernandinho.
well.
He's just in the right place at the right time.
Smacks him right on the foot.
Yeah, we know you've been.
Yeah, lovely running behind the other from Rashford. He's sort of playing almost like he was on the right hand side there, wasn't he? Making overlaps.
I think Rashford's going to be all over the front three. I don't think he's going to be staying
Maybe, yeah.
on the left or anything.
Nearly, what does Gomez have to do to start over Casper the friendly Lingard?
Not reviews his contract.
Contract's a big one.
And just
Number
ever,
two,
just play.
number one, he's played in the 23s and been pretty poor all year. And do you know what? There's a problem with his physicality as well. Like he is like 5'2". Like he's tiny. Like he's so like to play him in the Premier League isn't just. We've got some movement.
Maybe we have a little guess.
He is
here.
tiny. Like there's a definite thing with that, and everyone's saying, "Well, Messi's tiny,
City
so
on
he
the
can
attack
play."
now.
But Messi's the best.
Oh.
player
But
of all
Messi's the
time.
best in the world, and Gomez is good, but he's not.
Mahrez across to Sterling.
Wan-Bissaka standing him up. Put a foot in, lads.
Really
By
good
Pereira
there,
there.
United's
And then
defence.
United breaking now with
Go on,
Greenwood
Greenwood
on
and
the side.
Mendy. Get a
Oh, it's
bucket, lads.
Lingard, not Greenwood.
Lingard.
On that right hand side. I think Lingard's definitely faster than Greenwood, isn't he? Greenwood's not the fastest.
Greenwood,
great
pace
touch
isn't
from
his
Wan-Bissaka
primary
there.
like.
Oh, is
yeah,
that's not a foul.
Typical shitty foul from behind there.
And that's not a yellow.
What is that? How is that not a foul? Just sticking his leg, like putting a stick in his spokes there. That's just a cynical crap
Right.
foul.
United
Honestly.
are not playing too badly
They've
at the
done
moment.
four of them already.
Jinx
No, I
it.
don't-
Don't jinx
it's
it.
wood-
Touch
it's
wood,
wood.
we're fine.
We're
Lone
fine.
Wolf. I don't. You worry me there, mate. But we're not going to give you a link to a game.
Yeah, it's on Sky.
Yeah.
Nice one, mate.
I'll spark you
Taylor in
out.
Washington DC doing some research.
What kind of research?
Yeah, what kind of research? Is it for the pending war or not?
Yeah, maybe it is actually based in.
Is that Kieran or burglar or cleaners?
Could have been either.
All right, cleaners. Okay.
Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, Kieran seems to be AFK at the moment.
AFK.
AFK, that's a weird term to use in relation to this, Joe.
Away from keyboard.
Away from keyboard. This keyboard. My
That
keyboard. I
It's
need
not
to be near
your
this keyboard.
Fred with a big ball.
Greenwood as
Down
well.
to
Pereira.
Rashford.
Oh, Rashford.
Into the box.
Not done too badly
that
there.
corner.
Foul there, didn't he?
Yeah, he was trying to draw it in, but done
He
well.
never touched him.
I wish he was loaned out Gomez as well. I
Yeah.
think he would thrive in a loan to a team that's in maybe Spanish league, something like that. Going to play a bit of football.
I would say
maybe
the same
German
about
league.
Chong and like
I
it
think
did
a lot
it
of
did
the
translate
players-
it did translate the world of the world of good rather to our Wi-Fi's messing up.
Floating man, great
So
question.
our Sky Go is a bit messy.
But I'll come back to that after the
Here we
corner.
go. and we're not doing anything with the corner.
I think we just realised we're not going to score, so we don't put it in.
bad.
That's a good second ball.
No United player
Anywhere
from
near
the
it.
penalty spot backwards there, was there?
No.
Everyone was at the near post. No one even behind it.
Okay, what are you going to do if Phil Jones scores a header against Man City?
Celebrate and be happy and say well done, Phil Jones.
Does this mic go out now?
Favourite biscuit with your cuppa?
Oh, Wayne Rooney's there.
With a cuppa.
With Nicky Butlock and Lee Grant and
With a cuppa.
Fosu Mensah, I think.
I've got to
That's
say...
his son, actually.
Oh, and Giggsy.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah. Giggsy's been a bit dodgy.
Giggsy,
recently,
Eric
hasn't he?
Bailly, Fosu Mensah. Another... Look, right, that's two
Can't
that Sterling's
right.
in now. You're going to book him?
Are you going to book him, sir?
You're going to book him?
Book him!
Come on, book him,
You're not
Dano.
gonna he's just done two of them in about 30 seconds. Cynical, late, shit fouls, and he's not been booked for it.
Fred's trying
I did
early
like
ball
it.
over the
Just,
top.
just foul as many times as you want, mate. Don't worry about
As
it.
long as you don't actually do a yellow card challenge, it's fine, apparently. Oh, shit.
This is where I worry.
Well, okay.
Nah,
all right,
well
well,
done,
that was
Phil,
decent.
just
Well done.
boot it. We need a proper old school striker.
Yep, I agree.
Yes.
A
Dean
Ruud van
Dean Ashton
Nistelrooy.
style.
Yeah,
A
can
Ruud- a
is
Ruud
Dean
van
Ashton
Nistelrooy.
still available?
I don't know. He retired young, but I think he's probably too old to play now.
We flaming?
All right. Andy Carroll. There you go.
Best
Job done.
Dunkin' biscuit is a nice or nice, depending on...
Wrong. It's a rich tea. Let's move
No,
on.
Rich
It's
tea
a
has
rich
no
tea.
structural integrity.
It's a rich
Once
tea.
you've
It's a
dunked your
rich tea. Let's move
You're
on.
That
messing
is it.
about, aren't
No, I'm not. It's a rich tea.
First
Digestive,
of all-
digestive?
First of all,
I think a
resent
rich
the
tea.
blind confidence you're going into this with. It's a rich tea.
It's
No,
a rich
it's
tea.
not.
It's simply not.
You've got a
Even
cup of
if it
tea.
was, no.
So
A
you've
rich
got a cup.
tea.
You've
No,
got a
no.
cup. You've got a cup of tea.
You've got a cup of tea.
Yeah, and then you get a rich tea and you
Rich
put it
tea is
in, and it just
literally-
crumbles.
No, it's because you're leaving it in there for
Crumbles
too
like
long.
a- no.
You're leaving it in there for too long.
You've got to do
Just-
that. haven't you?
also-
It's
No,
a
you don't.
tea,
One,
okay, ten.
two.
Can
You
we-
should be fine.
Let's not
There shouldn't
even
be
go
any
into
more
the
length of
dipping
time than
element
that.
of it. Rich teas taste like A, fuck all, B, shit.
Not really.
Yeah, they taste like sugar and that's it. They don't have any flavour.
No,
Right,
I'm
fuck.
not a fan of
I'm
them.
drinking a cup of tea. I don't want something that particularly changes the taste of a cup of tea.
No, you want something that enhances the taste.
Right,
like
which a rich tea
chocolate-
does.
Like a chocolate
the
hobnob.
subtleties of a rich
Don't
tea.
talk
The
subtleties
subtleties of a
like
rich
we're
tea
too
enhance it.
brutish and
That's right.
animalistic
Don't
to
you come
understand
here
why
with your
rich tea's so
southern,
good.
your southern. I can't think of the word, but your southern stuff.
Prickness.
Honestly, a rich tea.
Rich tea is the worst.
I've
lost
said
it.
it.
It's up there with the
Or
worst
just a
shout
digestive.
ever.
A
What's good is
digestive. Standard.
What are they called? What the ones they're called that have got like basically like a ruffled edge? They're a big rectangle with like
Are they milk biscuits?
they've almost got like milk biscuit,
Yeah.
malted
Yeah.
milks,
Oh, malted
milk.
chocolate covered malted milk.
Whoa,
Good
whoa,
shout.
whoa,
That's
whoa,
a
whoa!
good
That
shout.
ruins it.
Sensacional.
You've just ruined it.
Sensacional.
We're
I'll
not.
say it again.
Excuse me, Americans. We're not arguing about tea. We're arguing about the biscuit you dunk
Yeah,
in the
the
tea.
tea.
There's
goes
a,
without
tea's
saying.
dead easy.
We
It's
can agree on that.
None of
strong
you,
milky with a bit of sugar.
none of you do
won't
milk
have
first.
food, but
None of
I'm
you do
not
milk
mad at it.
first or any nonsense like that.
Sorry, me?
None of you do milk first or any nonsense like
No,
that.
because that's
I do water first,
Mixed
then milk,
us.
then tea bag.
Mix does milk first. You do what?
Mixed
Sorry?
Milk first, then water. So you've got a lovely sort of,
And then you do the tea bag stew. Yeah, it's stew.
semi-opaque fluid, and then I go tea bag in
On
at the
ball
end.
forward being chased by Rashford.
No, I don't really, of course not. Hobnob, you can dunk it until your brew's gone.
yeah. You can
Classic.
keep going like that. Same biscuit.
Yeah, but they taste
well.
crap, don't they?
Late Night Live, greater than all other media / art. I like how it crosses the border. It's somewhere between...
Coming live to you from Manchester Art Gallery.
This kind
Sky
of
Sports
argument
News
is
and
what
a
brings
Jackson
round World
Pollock
War.
painting in personified.
It's
what
a
kind of
Lowry
brings round
of
World War
the
Three.
studio.
Yeah, it does. It is still very English. It is
It
very
is English. No one else. Don't.
biscuits are the
Sports biscuit.
sports
Well, those
biscuit?
like Ritter Sport.
What
if
is
you
a
mean
sports
Ritter Sport,
biscuit?
the ones that come in a rectangle. First of all, how have they managed to get away with putting sport in the title of them?
Of a
It's
biscuit.
chocolate. You can't call that sport. Second of all, I sat next to Alfred Ritter, who is the CEO and founder of the Ritter Sport. Let's say it.
What?
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. What?
The Ritter Sport global brand
The Rita
is
Sport.
Ritter.
I'm very
R-I-T-T-E-R.
confused at what's going on right now.
Ritter Sport.
Oh.
I sat next to Alfred Ritter once at a convention in Monaco.
Right. Sorry,
Now-
hang on a
Talk to me
minute.
about that if you want.
Why are you in a convention in Monaco where you're sat next to Ritter
I used to
Sports,
work
first
for-
name
I used
Ritter,
to work
last name
for a
Sports?
science lab,
Right.
and we went to a climate change convention
That
in
specialises in sports biscuits.
Monaco. I don't know why Alfred Ritter is there, but he is the founder of he's the Chocky Biscuit magnate. And I sat next to him at the convention and said hello to him. Fox's Viennese are up there. Sure.
Oh, very good shout.
Having an absolute whirl with eating that.
See what you did there.
Custard cream, all one word.
I think custard cream's a good shout.
The one thing
But I wouldn't waste it in a tea.
Yeah, I don't really love a custard cream, but one thing I do respect about a custard cream is the fancy sort of detailing on it. Like
I love a custard cream.
The outside of a church wall or something.
I love a custard cream, but I wouldn't dip it in my tea personally.
Oh God.
Let's just watch the game.
Shall we?
But it's not been too bad first 15. That being said, it's not going to go well now.
Never see the comments. Never see the comments. Bollocks!
Oh.
Bernardo Silva's just twatted one in from 25 yards.
That's his.
That's not
second...
like bad football or good football. That's just pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's no keeper there. It doesn't matter who's in net there. Could have two of them.
Right. Well, what are you going to do about that?
We did stand off a bit.
A little bit, but
Brandon Williams
back.
It's Fred, really.
Fred and Pereira needs to get a bit closer, maybe. But
there's two of them there, both sort of a yard and a half away, rather than right on him. It's got it hits the other side of the bar on the way in.
That was going well, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was actually. We started quite well, and then nothing happened, and then that's gone in.
0-0's out the window.
Right.
Yeah.
You ruined that for me, Alex.
Yeah.
Underside of the bar. De Gea, no chance at all. In case you haven't seen.
So Biscuits.
For fuck's sake. Exactly right, John.
What do
chocolate
you think
digestives?
Silva's favourite biscuit is?
Probably
no comment.
Garibaldi.
I was going to say now that is his second in 2 games at Old Trafford.
He likes a goal, doesn't he?
I think next time we don't let Patrick have the movable chair because I don't think he's been in the shop.
Yeah, Patrick, come on, mate, get on screen.
Ow, my knees!
That's why I'm not in the shot.
No
I just
need for
hit
that.
Alex in the knees.
Alex, move your knees, mate. Come on,
Sorry, I'll just take him off.
Kieran is. We're expecting him, but he's he's gone
shall we
AWOL,
phone
bless
him?
him. But luckily we've got this shot.
Do you want Cameron, do you want to phone him and put him online?
Yeah, see where Kieran is. Actually, I'm going to ring him and I'll put him on the show.
Call Kieran.
Yeah.
My first ever phone in on Stretford
I
Paddock.
think the trams are a bit.
I hope he doesn't swear
because of the Old Trafford.
Yeah, because if he was coming from,
he was coming from Altrincham.
if he was coming from Altrincham, it'd be a pain in the backside.
He lived at Altrincham. His address is.
Has anyone got his non-Irish number?
No.
No. He does,
he's got a
but
new number.
no one knows it yet. FaceTime.
Kieran.
I'll FaceTime video him. He hasn't got FaceTime either now, has he? What is he? Like some sort of 17th century
great
Facebook Messenger?
Facebook Messenger. I'm not.
Go on, James.
Go on, Dan James.
Years old.
Shoot! Oh no.
No.
We don't have the ball.
John Gallagher says, I only eat chocolate brownies.
What?
The Channel 5 are going to come round, John. They're going to make a documentary about you, okay? So, all right, love. What do you mean you only eat chocolate brownies? Remember
Exclusively.
that one girl who only ate sausage?
Oh my.
Was your
I'm
mum?
sorry.
No, there was an actual documentary about that, and she just ate sausage and beans. It was brilliant. I love shows like that.
Ollie, spend 130 million on defenders and still not be good at defending. So, to be fair, the £80 million one isn't there.
He's not playing.
The £50 million one
Is
was
on the other
side of the pitch.
Yeah.
And then also, what do you do about
arguably
that?
our best player this season.
To be honest, what do you do about that?
Romero would have saved that, apparently.
He might have done if he was on the back of De Gea, jumping with him.
If he was hanging off the goal, the crossbar.
Like, the TV isn't in perfect proximity to us, so De Gea's goal might be.
It was nothing to do with the keeper.
But
That's top bins, the lot. That.
Right. The thing is now, if we let it get to our heads go down. That's it. Game over. Tie over.
And even just us in here, if we let our heads go down, these lads on the pitch
are going to give up.
So we want to maintain high energy and high confidence. This is going to be 5-0.
Fred hat-trick.
5-0 to Man United.
Should we bring the cat over?
No, don't bring the cat over. He stays over there.
I'm not sure.
He's been very naughty recently, and
I'm not sure the Seagulls are a big fan of the cat though.
Rashford is struggling with his back by the looks of it. Maybe.
Great. That's not good, is it?
Brilliant.
Is it? Our best player.
So that is our best player,
only
actually.
Sort of experienced attacking player.
Apart from Pogba, who of course isn't actually playing, and is injured. Did you see the videos of him today? Having a
Pogba, yeah, was
absolutely
kite.
off his tits.
He's having a great time.
God bless.
At Old Trafford, last 9 fixtures for City, 9 games,
John.
6 wins.
What was this?
Bernardo Silva there. Remember the woman who only ate pickled Monster Munch? Literally nothing else. Channel 5 Gold. Honestly, those shows were so good. Do you remember? There was a
Maris
series...
Passmore.
It's all right.
There was a series called... It was basically something like I'm a Weirdo.
Yeah, that was
Brilliant.
the show. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got 10 heads. I only eat pickled onion Monster Munch. My boyfriend's a sieve, stuff like that, and they were so good. And then they got a bit exploitational, if that's a word, and exploitative.
What would they do? Making people to eat loads
basically
of stuff?
going like, no, stop eating pickle in the mussels. What we're going to do? We're going to put a bit of ketchup on this one as a gateway drug to tomatoes.
Oh yes,
and then eventually we'll get you eating salads. Did work, bless her. Live by the monster munch, die by the monster munch. Yeah, it was a shame. But she was pickled instead of being buried or cremated. They put her in a big jar of vinegar, just what she'd always wanted.
What she'd always wanted.
Yeah. You can still go see her. You can still go see her.
She's like Lenin. You can go and see her in person.
Andre,
I have seen.
Get the ball.
I've been
on the floor. Kick
to
it.
Moscow, and I have been to Lenin's mausoleum. And wow, was that guy tiny?
Was he?
Like really tiny.
It's a shame, really, isn't it? Mussolini's mausoleum. Damn.
Lucky. Damn. Mussolini was hung too many times for them to have a mausoleum of him.
Well hung, you
there we go.
Yeah.
In your opinion, how much would you pay for Neves and Jimenez? Who would you play us? Would you do a player swap?
I'd love to do player swaps.
Yeah,
but
would you like Andreas
it's
Pereira?
Kind of up to Wolves, I think, more than anything.
Yeah, they're the ones getting
the deal,
the rough end of the deal, aren't they? I'm gonna share that because that's funny. Lucas Sean says, "Fuck you, bitches."
Nice.
Bitches. You missed an E out,
Cheers,
but
Lucas.
fair enough. It's toasty, isn't it? It's nice.
I put the aircon
on.
Cold.
Is that a foul?
No, the ball was gone. The ball was gone.
Oh, he's down, Bernardo Silva.
Narcolepsy and Me. There's another series. The Woman Who Fell Asleep in Primark. Hilarious. Give me some more of these old series that used to be on because these were so good.
Classics.
Yeah. And there was one as well that was called like Beautiful Minds or something. That was incredible. There's a lot of people.
He wins the ball. He wins the ball.
Yeah, and he gets a knee to the head.
Okay, that's the actual issue.
And shockingly, it's Phil Jones.
Well done, mate.
Do you remember? And it was a lot of savants and stuff. Remember that guy who took a helicopter ride around London and basically drew the whole city on a wall a week later.
No, that is
sensational work. A bloke who could learn all these languages. He learned Icelandic in a week, and that's meant to be the most difficult language to learn.
Hungarian as well is mental.
Yeah. Oh, it was so good, those series. I used to love them. Anyway, Tom Pope on an emergency loan, please.
Nah.
Yeah, they should have closed him down.
No, you just go
potentially.
Yeah,
but
he had a lot of space.
He did have a lot of space, but also,
yeah.
Sheffield United. Yeah, how you doing? Yeah, we're taking away your goalkeeper. Yep, that's it. Done.
We don't need him though, do we?
We don't need him yet because De Gea's still pretty good.
If you're going to do that, that's what you do.
I'm a Wolves fan. Can I get a whoop whoop? No, you cannot get a whoop whoop from me.
Why would you get a whoop whoop?
But
you're welcome. You're very welcome. But why would you get a whoop whoop?
Ooh, sugar-free Red Bull is. It tastes like salad dressing.
It looks like Magners.
No, I think if you've not had sugar, if you stick to sugar-free Red Bull, it's not that bad. But when you go back,
you realise what you've been missing this whole time.
Yeah, I did that at the weekend.
Carl Walker, Sterling, blocked by Lindelof. Nothing about it.
Great block by Phil Jones there.
Phil Jones did really well.
Fucking hell, we're struggling here, lads.
Oh, they're just so penetrative.
So much better than us.
Yeah. Good.
Phil Jones.
You can just tell De Bruyne's got a different body shape to everyone else when he kicks the ball. You can just tell it's him, can't you? United passing it around.
Oh, well done.
Tippy tap stuff on the edge of our own 18-yard box there.
Lingard, what can you do?
Go on, Lingard, lad. Go on, son.
Go on, Lingard.
Well done. Well done. Go on.
No, the pass was Oh,
what?
It's a foul anyway.
How's he give it to? What?
If he gives the yellow card for that,
no, he's not. I don't think that's
right.
A foul.
Let's have a look at this then.
Fred Dibner programme was immense. What was that?
Carl Walker, De Bruyne.
Luckily, they didn't really have anyone in the box. I mean, Sterling came back.
The woman who couldn't stop.
The woman who couldn't stop hiccuping.
Yeah,
got 30 minutes.
That was brilliant. These were.
You can get a lot of these like online. There's a lot of channels that do similar things now.
What was that? I mean, I never watched it. What was the one on Channel 4 with the funky bodies and stuff?
The one about embarrassing bodies.
Embarrassing bodies.
The one
How?
that woke up from an op and suddenly spoke with a jokey Chinese accent.
That is a thing.
Tom
Segura mentioned it.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so brilliant, that, isn't it?
Imagine having midfielders that can pass its way through a team.
It's good, isn't it?
I don't even want to imagine it.
It's been a while.
Why imagine it?
Because if we had that, we'd win the league. No, we wouldn't. But we'd be on our way.
Jones is making Brandon Williams look bad. I
think he is.
Jones hasn't had a bad game
so far.
It's just you can't say anything without it being contradicted in the game, unfortunately.
Liam, Hey, Liam, if it is Liam, who I know, Liam Gabitas, I'm sure there's a documentary where a woman shagged the Eiffel Tower.
I don't know. I don't think that's the BBC.
We cannot
I don't think
confirm
that's the
nor
BBC.
deny that that's
Yeah.
ever happened.
But
Or
William
condone
knows.
it. Good ball, lad. Go on, Greenwood.
we can condone it. We can absolutely condone it. I'd love to see that.
Lingard.
Poor on the break there. Our press is terrible. Our possession is terrible. In the first phase of play, we are terrible because our manager is terrible. That's Declan Murphy's opinion. What do you think of that?
I think it's nothing to do with the manager and the
Nope.
fact that they're just a lot better at football than all them players we have.
Yeah.
So-
I don't think it's the manager, is it?
This is it really. Everybody that hates Lingard online is often, together with the people who want Ole out.
Yeah, I
if
think
Ole
there's-
goes out, do they think that Lingard suddenly will become a good player? Like, do they think these
exactly.
players have suddenly become
Yeah.
excellent?
Take out whether you think Solskjaer is going to be a great manager that wins the league multiple times. What manager in the world would have this team top four, beating City, winning every game comfortably? There isn't one, is there?
No one.
And if there is one, he's certainly not available at the moment. Like, maybe Solskjaer's not going to be at United
He
forever.
switched
but
Greenwood and
who?
Rashford round.
What manager would see us in comfortably in
yes.
the top four now? I can't see any.
Comfortably as well, is the key here.
I think Rashford's knackered, by the way.
Yeah,
Because I think that's why they switched Greenwood and Rashford, because he just can't
He's
can't
not
run.
running.
That's not Rashford. This isn't Rashford. Like, Rashford doesn't do this.
No, Rashford.
He'd be all over that.
Rashford is.
I think he's trying to get him to half time, which is a long fucking way to go.
Yeah, still 20 minutes to go.
Well, that's not true, Brian. That Lingard has lost the ball every time he's touched it so
I
far.
don't think that's true.
Because I'm going to pull some fucking stats up.
Yeah. If Nuno can change Traore, he can change Lingard.
Traore is a young player who's developing. I think it's normal to go from being
And
bad to good
Traore was,
at Barcelona's academy.
yeah. Traore was from Barcelona, came to Wolves and was in the Championship and did okay, and now is in the Premiership doing pretty
By the
well.
way, everybody's saying that it's
and
a
also
disgrace
Traore
that we're
hasn't got
below
25
Wolves.
goals this season.
It's
either.
not
No.
good. We don't want to be below Wolves, but Wolves actually are
And we're not
a good
below Wolves.
team. We're not even below Wolves.
No.
I mean, but it's bad that we drew with them. Wolves are a good team. Thanks to being owned by a Chinese conglomerate and getting in bed with Raiola, they have a lot of very good players and a very good manager.
It's Mendes, isn't it? Or is it Raiola?
I thought was it not Raiola?
I don't
It
know.
It's probably
I thought it
Mendes.
was all Portuguese.
I'm getting my
Yeah,
Portuguese
either
super
way.
agents mixed
And
up.
Brian,
The
just to
point
do
is,
just to go
there you
through
go,
this
there
here,
you go.
Lingard has had 8 successful passes out of his 10 and only given the ball away twice. So
That
if you're
sounds
going
like
to be pedantic with all this shit, I'm going to be now, because
Very nice.
I'm not a fan of you slagging off Lingard for
Oh,
no reason.
James.
He's not been great, but he's not been fucking horrendous.
No, it's not been terrible. Josh. Hey up, mate. Good day, lads. I can't watch the game because I'm currently at work. Can't stand cup fixtures. Yeah, what time is it? It's got to be like 5 in the morning or something. 6 in the morning there.
Oh, here he
Here
is.
he is, finally.
Is it?
What's
No,
it? What?
it's not beer.
There's beers
unfortunately.
in the fridge.
There is.
Kieran,
There,
if
well,
you want one.
there's two. There's
Trust me, I think I need one.
there's
Young
two beers
Kieran
in the
has
fridge.
arrived.
Metrolink rant incoming.
Metro
Oh, here we
Link
go.
Rank, Come in.
There's two beers.
Here's
in the fridge.
something. Here we go. He's got beer.
Reframe.
Reframe.
Not even
Reframe.
pint glass. Not even pint glass.
Not
That's
even putting
big.
it in.
That's big for
Reframe.
Kieran.
We've got
Here he
this,
is.
man.
Oh, here we
Here's
go.
Kieran.
Public transport. Oh man,
How are you?
could be better. Oh, it's 1-0 as well. Oh, this
Do you not know that?
Did you not know?
No, I did. Yeah.
Bernardo
It was
Silva.
an absolute banger, to be fair.
Yeah, it was.
What has been the performance? What's it been like?
It's been middling to poor.
Yeah.
We start first
City
2
are-
minutes.
City are quite good at football.
Yes, this is.
Cheers, mate.
We're
Not lose, cheers.
we're not
See ya.
that
And
good.
you too. We're not very good, are we?
We're not,
good.
but
No.
we're playing as well as this lot of not very good players
We're
are
playing
going to
exactly
probably
how you would
do.
expect us to
Yeah,
play.
exactly. I think
I-
They
I'd
that's-
hold
agree
the
with
ball. We don't look great, and we're occasionally dangerous. And Rashford looks like he might be injured.
I'm not sure if you covered it. Very surprised at how strong City have put out a team.
Yeah,
for as well.
Yeah.
I agree.
Well, I think because they've had a bit of a shaky time in Premier League, I think they're still thinking we need to win a trophy.
Look at that.
Sterling did that to
Sterling
himself.
kicked
just
it on himself.
shitting himself after that game at the Etihad a couple of weeks ago. Whenever he's against Wan-Bissaka, he doesn't look right, does he? Ole getting schooled. I don't think it's Ole, is
It's
it?
not Ollie. is
Oh
it?
no, Mark Hughes in the stands. You know what they're going to be saying on Twitter, don't you?
What? It's taken over from Solskjaer.
Re-
I don't know. You know what they. You know what they're like. You know what those rascals are like.
So go on.
What's
Social
mental?
media rascals.
What's mental is that there's
Dizzy
loads
rascals.
of people who want us to lose this game because they want Ole out.
It's worrying, isn't
Which
it?
is-
That these are actual
You
human
should,
beings.
if you support something, but you want that thing, you want like you support a team, but you want that team to lose a game. I'm really sorry to tell you this, but you don't support that team.
That's a good point.
You just don't. Ooh, James doing decent there.
We've
You
got a
just don't.
corner, so
Facts.
that's good.
We don't have any identity or system of play, no coaching.
We
Harsh but true.
Right.
Do you think?
Joe, no, obviously not true. Look, at the end of the day, the squad's not deep enough to handle this amount of games in such a short amount of time.
It's also rubbish.
yeah,
It's also rubbish.
It's not very, as the kids say, good.
Yeah.
I believe that's
Look
what.
how-
Oh, look at the wind! Oh.
Go on, Fred, lad!
Fred's going to get blown away.
Is that why the Metrolink was late? Because
Yes.
it's
Wind.
windy.
What? What's he
it?
giving?
What?
What's he
What?
flagged for?
The ball was moving when he
Oh,
kicked
right.
it.
Yeah,
Oh.
but it's windy. You're going to hold it for him, mate.
They should be able to do that. Do you know when you get your mate to put your finger on top of it?
Like a rugby.
and then you purposely
Or have like
kick
one of them
his
rugby
hand?
cones.
Sorry, I'm not sure if we've addressed the elephant in the room. Producer Cam, I don't know
I
what.
know he's put a bit of weight on, but elephant's a bit rude.
What's with the get-up? In the,
Oh, he's sorting his face out.
Yeah, he's trying to look good. Ooh,
Brett,
Oh,
Brett,
nobody.
Brett,
Don't want he is.
There's no striker. There is
one
no
near it.
central striker in this team.
Oh,
There
wow.
is just three attacking forwards. Well done,
De Bruyne,
Wan-Bissaka.
overrated. Always said it. Shite.
Come on.
Good to have you, Kieran. Where's the transfer seagull? I've told you, he's off. We don't know. I think he's either somewhere in Italy or maybe he's gone back to the homeland.
He's having conversations with a network of transfer birds and bringing it back
He's
to us.
following the trawler of transfers, as Eric Cantona predicted.
Seagulls?
No.
No, it's past
Are there
that.
seagulls in
Seagulls,
Italy?
they're a winter bird.
He has a job. It doesn't allow for migration.
Yeah, Wan-Bissaka on the ball here. Back heel to Fred. Fred looking up and just
Trying the pass
Twatting it
at least.
yeah. Ball up in the air. Who's that? Good win by
Lindelof.
Lindelof, but straight to Bernardo Silva.
Oh dear.
No one on him there. Pereira's running behind.
Oh, it's a goal.
Yeah, 2-0.
2-0.
2-0.
2-0.
Oh.
Shite.
Oh, well.
Lindelof, loose header.
Let's talk about anything else for a bit.
Some more topics. If anyone would like some more topics, put me in the chat.
God's
See, the problem here is,
sake.
look, Lindelof goes up, wins the ball really well. Everyone has a go for headers. He wins it easily. Then Bernardo Silva. Why is Pereira behind him? Pereira just runs
Mile
straight
on
behind
great
him.
ball.
So Lindelof's out of position because he won a header, but that's not his fault that he's out of position. He wins the ball. Fucking Pereira runs behind him. Why does he do that?
Yeah.
Why is De Gea starting this
Why
game?
is-
I don't know anything. I don't know the answer to any of these questions.
Oh, there's many
I don't know where the
questions.
midfield is. I don't know. I cannot. Lindelof's going to get slagged off for that because he's not
touch
marking his
almost
man.
made it
But he
easier
wins
for
the
him.
ball.
Lindelof
Yeah.
won
as
the
well.
bloody header.
So, what happened on the tram, Kieran?
Yeah, tell us about something else. man.
Apparently, a points fault at Victoria Station. The second most annoying thing to happen today. Behind this.
Doug's.
Yeah.
No, there's no away goals in the Carling Cup. It's just penalties.
I think it goes to once it goes to extra time in the second leg, it counts as away goals.
Oh, my
What?
mistake.
Really?
You're right.
So it
I
just
think-
becomes a
So
thing.
You can't have penalties. Oh, you can have
You
penalties.
can have
It
penalties.
becomes a thing.
It becomes a
Okay,
thing.
fair
So
enough. Sorry about that. I didn't know
it's-
that.
Oh, look, Mommy, a fraud. As we're 2-0 down.
That was Pep,
Cruel
not
irony.
Ole. That was Pep, not Ole.
On this,
What?
like that, we need to go that way.
This, my knees.
This is the point. Is why you can't do that, Cam.
Never happens with House in there.
Because World War III
yeah,
predictions.
I'm saying Iran to score in both halves. China, top goal scorer.
Yeah.
Fair play.
Top goal scorer.
Huh?
Oh, piss off, Cam.
It's called intimate, mate.
Yeah.
There's been a missile.
You wouldn't know anything
Chris
about that.
Kamara.
You've never even been intimate.
Oh,
Never
it could have
even
been
been
a
in
bad
love,
tackle.
bitch.
Oh my
That
god.
header.
And so many people slated Lukaku.
Where's-
Well, he wasn't right.
He's
for the
playing in
second
Italy. He's in Italy, and he didn't want to play for us anymore.
Buongiorno.
Thanks, guys. That's that conversation over and done with.
Be positive. It'll all turn around when we sign Sean Longstaff. That's quite funny,
To
actually.
be honest, anyone will do at the minute.
Any dream will do.
Any dream will do.
That is the mental
You
thing.
could be
Jesse.
Jesus in his technical dream coat. Have you ever been Jesus in his?
I closed
Joseph?
my eyes, drew back the curtains, just a bit, mate. If the
Joseph
ball doesn't back
also-
him, we're going to suffer. Yeah, I think back him, don't sack him.
Yeah.
There you go. Hashtag back him, don't sack him. That's what I'd say.
Because
Rather have
they've
Joe
done
at
this
centre
thing
half than
of...
Phil Jones. Now you've not seen Joe play. He's
He's gash.
Oh,
Yeah.
how did the trials go Saturday? I've not-
good laugh.
Brilliant.
Good, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good laugh. Standard was mixed.
Some decent ballers on display.
There's a couple, yeah.
Yeah.
Is
Two or three standouts.
there a vlog coming out?
Yeah, there will be.
Yeah,
Oh, I'll have
I've
a
not
look at that.
decided fully on how that's going to go yet.
I was watching, but I preferred to be here. The most useful thing Lingard has done, which was that foul then.
Oh, can people just like just Just leave him alone for one night.
Oh yeah.
Just leave him alone. Fucking
He's
hell.
not even had a. It's not like he's.
We know he's been
had a-
shite, but just leave him alone.
He's not trying to
Get
be
yourself
shy.
a girlfriend. Find something else to moan about.
That we know he's been shy, but just leave him alone was basically what my parents' evenings descended into during the 5 years. My mum and dad just come in like, we know he's a twat, but can you pretend he's not? Because this is Greenwood.
We just need that goal.
Lads, on
We
the
need a
left,
goal.
Mike seems louder than the rest, or maybe he just shouts a lot more. Yeah, Patrick's a real shouter.
He's
He's
a
a moaner.
shouter.
We've always said that.
I get very
Just tuck your mic in
into
here, your cable in a bit, just because it's
what this.
yeah. Just
Stuck your cable in your pants.
I get very
the bloke has
into
won
it. Let's just
nothing.
say
Who? What? Solskjaer?
Poch.
Yeah, he has.
No, that's Poch. I think
Oh,
I'm
Poch,
trying. It's because someone spelled
Pitch.
pitch, not Poch. Exactly. What's Poch going to do?
What are you gonna do, Poch?
What are you going to do?
Well,
Because
then again, it's
do you
funny,
think
innit?
Poch is
Because
going to suddenly turn Pereira into a world-class midfielder?
No.
I don't understand what's going on here.
no,
well done, Phil Jones. Do you know what? Phil Jones has been decent tonight, hasn't he? So far.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna
we
say.
don't. Someone said we need to spend. We don't need to spend $1 billion.
But then again,
we
City
just need to
did
spend.
$1 billion.
Sensibly, you need to spend money sensibly, which this
Yeah.
board doesn't do. Firstly, it doesn't spend it in the right places, and secondly, doesn't spend it on very good players.
Can we trust Ollie with the money? He said no to Bruno
He
Fernandes.
doesn't
He
get-
didn't say no to Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes was
Bruno
never going
coming.
to
He
leave.
was never
Also,
coming.
we still
I don't
don't-
care what certain publications tell you.
And
He
also,
was never
and we
coming.
still don't even know how good Bruno Fernandes would have
Plays
been.
in Portugal.
We don't even know how good he would have been. I know he looks better than the options we have now, but it's not, you can't just say he would have fixed all this. We don't know how good he would have been.
But you know, people online they love simple solutions because they're simple themselves.
Oh my god, let's not, don't kill people in the comments,
Oh, someone's praised Lingard because he did a nice touch. He did do well there, didn't he?
Yeah. I've turned the match off, I ain't watching that shit anymore. Yeah.
But
Don't
still,
blame you.
What have
You
you
can
been
have
doing
us in the
today,
background
Kieran?
as we're getting more and more annoyed.
Well, I was in work. Which
Where do you work?
In View Cinema, Altrincham. Anyone want to catch
been
me
there,
out there?
been
I'll
there a
sort
good
you
few
out.
times myself.
Get
Catch
some
you out
free-
with
free
a.
popcorn?
I'll fill up your Tango Ice blast to the top if you know what I mean. And then I got home and then I've been sweating the new Star Wars game because I'm a
is it good?
Because I'm a big fat virgin. Yeah. Oh man, it's class. Yeah, no, it's unreal.
Oh,
No, it is quality. Honestly, anyone out there who's played the new Star Wars game, definitely, it's very good. I've not finished
City
yet.
counter-attacking.
why are we
Fucking
not
clean
doing goal,
through.
William?
Oh, what a tackle!
no!
Oh no! No!
no, no.
No, you look at the comments again, didn't
no.
you? You looked
Yeah,
at the
I did
comments
see
again.
the comments.
No. Oh,
What just fucking happened then? What the
Ollie's
fuck?
not happy with something. He is not. He is not
What
happy.
the
he's
fuck
wearing
was
a
that?
Norwegian, I think.
How
You
many
know?
deflected goals are we going to concede here?
Is he? What's he given? What's he said here? He said there's a foul.
Oh, it's the pause. It's the game. It's the pause in the game. Everybody.
What's he calling for here?
I don't know.
Brennan Williams.
That's
just-
a foul.
That's the ball. I don't think he was pushed there, to be
It
honest.
could have been a foul.
De Bruyne does
Hoping
well,
it's a
puts
foul.
Jones on his arse. The ball fucking hits De Gea and then hits
Yeah,
fucking
that's
Pereira.
fucking no look.
What
man.
the hell is that? What the hell is that? Honestly.
Jones got absolutely done there as
Oh,
well.
it's a great finish, to be fair. Oh,
VAR.
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 Hang on.
I didn't even know. I didn't even know.
No,
there
he's
was
definitely
VAR.
going to give this, man.
Is it a goal?
It's a goal. Must be.
I did the VAR thing for that then.
What's he VARing? It's a goal.
The foul.
No, it's a
I've
goal.
got to say. I mean, Andreas hasn't been great.
You're
He's
joking.
not his fault. It's called him.
It's not his fault. He's not great.
No.
What is Lindelof doing?
God, we're. Oh.
It's only
This
the
could
League
be
Cup. Who cares?
12,
Oh my
this-
god! What on earth?
What are we doing?
Fucking hell, man! Just shite.
Nero says, my favourite lads all together. I hope you mean us and not this game, because this is diabolical, isn't it?
If these are your favourite United players, God help you, my friend.
I want to see Ole get really mad, lol. He might do.
I think he did.
I think he does behind the scene.
Yeah, he definitely
He's just because he's a manager.
Ole ain't getting sacked.
You don't do it. No,
Unless
he's not.
this ends 12-0.
Which it might.
How long we got left?
City fans texting me. Brilliant.
Are they?
Fantastic. Love it.
Just ignore that. They only started supporting him in 2011, so there's no point.
No, I know this
Ronaldo
lad for a
Silva.
while. He loved him. He was a main road fan. Can't knock him.
No,
Mendy.
you can't, unfortunately.
What's the big films at the minute, Kieran?
It's 4-0. Oh, what a
Great
save.
save.
What
Yeah,
a save.
Great save.
Fucking hell, man!
JK407, Jones and Lingard off. And who'd you bring on? What's
he's
gonna
offside,
what's
was he?
gonna
Was he
improve
offside?
all?
Yeah, it was offside, yeah.
I didn't even know there was VAR in this.
By a ball here. Oh, he's well offside.
Oh,
he's not
he's
offside.
not, actually.
He's not offside.
It's a good save.
Oh, wait, someone just said, what do you need to see to put Sergio in goal? Have you just seen that save?
Yeah, exactly.
There he is.
Another 45
A
minutes.
great pretender.
That melting candle next to him there. His face was falling into his shirt.
Everybody puts the problems that Ed Woodward causes on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
He's done the same for
like
4
don't
managers.
get me wrong, this isn't good. And then if we go on like a 5-game losing streak or we lose 8-0, okay, I can understand why people are calling for heads.
Well,
But why, are you, like stuff like bringing in certain players it's not Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's job. It's not FIFA career mode where you scout every player yourself and you think about who you want to add to your team and you buy them. It doesn't work like that. The manager is just the guy that does the on-the-pitch stuff and suggests, I want this guy, I need a team like this, this is what we need. And then there's scouts who go out and look for players like that, like Daniel James or something like that.
Nero says, yes, you lot, F the United squad at the moment.
Yeah.
That's fair.
that's fair.
Yeah.
I can't keep watching this, it's abysmal.
It is.
We could easily be 6-0 down by now. The board is pathetic, but they won't change.
No, they won't. They won't.
Look, at the end, this could actually be a blessing in disguise at the right time.
I don't know, you know.
Yeah,
I think
Even if it is, I can
the
never
amount of
look at it
times we've heard
positively.
that the on-field performances only serve to bolster the whatever. Like, I don't think, unless we get relegated, I don't really think it's going to change anything
No,
in
I don't
terms
think
of
so.
strategy and policies going forward. I think as long as we keep making money, this
it's
is
the
it.
same-
This is us out now.
Oh yeah,
This is us out.
game over. This is easily going to be 4 or 5-0, isn't it?
Even if it's not, even if it finishes 3, we have to go to the Etihad and score 3 goals.
Should have been 4,
That
yeah.
would have.
It should be
A better
4.
coach will get more out of this team.
No,
Are
they
you?
wouldn't. And if they did,
I'd love to. Do you know what? I'd love to say that that's the easy fix.
It's just not.
We just beat City
He's
3 weeks
offside,
ago,
but-
by the way.
Yeah.
Like, where
Played
was
them
the
out
better
the park.
coach then?
People's memory is like
Still the same
People's
coach.
memory is like 2 weeks max.
No, it's not even that.
If it hasn't
The
happened-
game,
if it hasn't
is
happened-
the day that it's happening. That's it.
Yeah.
16 players in 8 windows, least in English league football. I don't know that that's. I haven't checked that, but assuming that's correct, then that is quite. worrying,
I
isn't
imagine
it?
for Premier League, like consistent Premier League teams,
That's
it probably is down
Well, I
there.
don't even know that number is
Yeah.
correct. Other than that
I mean,
comment.
that's true. Yeah,
But,
we can't.
yeah, if that is true, that's quite worrying, isn't it? Yeah, what are the big films at the minute, Kieran? Talk us through that.
Well, Rise of Skywalker, which I won't give any spoilers. I've made my feelings known about that in the
You have. Yeah.
I'm like,
We
is it
won't
like
get
a
into
Mark
that.
Kerr-
Lindsay's got the ball
Oh,
away.
my God,
That's
man.
3. That's Mahrez. That's 4.
Just keep
Oh,
talking.
my
Sterling
God,
has
what
been
loss.
so
How
bad tonight.
on earth
I
has
know
he
we've
not
been terrible.
scored?
Raheem Sterling should have got a hat trick. He's
Yeah.
been crap.
He just
Rashford,
hasn't
good
finished his
touch.
dinner. Wan-Bissaka scares him.
Wan-Bissaka does scare him.
Come
Yeah,
on.
Sterling's been shocking. If it weren't for Sterling,
Can't shoot
I'm not going to say disaster class
because
it's a
he's
silly
going
thing
to
say.
score then. Isn't
He
he?
will score, but we might as well say it while we can. This is terrible. We've had 2 shots. They've had 8. Couldn't agree more.
That's exactly
Rise of Skywalker. What else is popular?
What
Kieran?
else? Jumanji, The Rock again.
Jumanji's
big
massive.
swollen man. Big swollen man with
Really?
A big swallow.
1917's out Friday.
By the way,
It
do you
looks
not
very
rub
good.
that
really
stuff
good.
in
Oh,
on
I
your
tell you what I
face?
saw last night actually. Jojo Rabbit, which is very good.
Yeah, it's supposed to
Is
be really
it?
good.
Is it
Very
scary,
good.
isn't it?
No. It's like a
No,
quirky
no.
little. No. It's a quirky little Nazi comedy. So have a dig. Shame.
That's Andreas.
I had a shot. Anyway,
Yes, I really want to see that.
Very
Looks
good.
really, really
The
good.
guy who directs it is the guy who directs the Thor Ragnarok film,
Yeah, it's,
Taika
and he
Waititi.
actually stars in it as well. He's the
Taika
guy who
Waititi.
plays.
He's
very good.
and he plays Adolf. Is that a free kick? Oh, don't know about that one, Chief. Let's see.
Brendan Williams wins the ball.
Stonewall free kick.
In all seriousness, he should have had a penalty on.
At least-
How is Jones playing? Because there's nobody else.
Mm-hmm.
That's how he's playing. Because there's literally Rojo's injured, Twanzebe's injured, Maguire's
it's a
injured,
very unlucky-
Bailly's injured. That's 4. That's why.
Ricky Gervais is hot at the moment. You're not wrong.
He's done
Nero.
well. Would he do better than Ollie? That's the question. Ricky
I'd get
Gervais.
him. He
You know
definitely-
what? He's the only
Fancy
person
it.
I think would.
He definitely rinsed all the players. Rashford.
Shite.
I mean, there's just. What?
Rashford's not.
There's
moving
also
very
nothing
well.
on. There was also nothing on for him, and he's not well.
So I've just answered a text in the. Am I speaking to you like instead? That's fair.
That's because we have several doing fair call. When is Bad Boys 3 dropping?
Oh, I don't know. I've never seen any of the Bad Boys. Is it Michael Bay who does Bad Boys?
Is it?
I don't
So is
know.
it just explosions and nothing else?
just Big booms. I'm not too sure actually. I don't know what the 1917 is out Friday.
Yeah,
I
what's
think.
that? Is that looks pretty good.
It's
doesn't it?
shot in one continuous. The whole film is one continuous shot.
It's
Sick
good.
of that.
It's good.
Well, it's
What?
never
What
been
do you
done.
mean? Sick of
Yes, it has
that?
been done.
No, it
One shot
hasn't.
without breaking.
Yeah,
90,
did you not
90
watch
minutes.
Birdman?
90 minutes.
Birdman.
Was one continuous shot.
It wasn't one
Dunno
continuous
about
shot.
that.
I don't
Was
think
it?
so.
I've never
In
seen
the comics,
Birdman.
was Birdman one continuous shot? I think there was.
Was it an action movie? It's not an
Apparently
action
one
movie, is it?
continuous shot. Yeah.
So
Well,
That's what
because
he
they're doing
said.
an action movie in one continuous shot.
It just is.
same thing, innit?
Action
I don't know.
consistently
It's not
hard
out
to do in one
yet.
shot.
How am I meant to- We're trying to get a staff screening done for this week, but I have to sign loads of non-disclosure agreements. So,
Oh,
Jesus, what
An
was that
NDA.
laugh?
You actually do have to sign NDAs.
Yeah, you do, yeah. You're not allowed to post anything about it on social media or anything like that.
Well, I mean, that makes sense, doesn't it? And what time is it? Like 2 a.m.
Oh,
when the shift ends?
they're all kicking off here.
what-
What's going on here?
Well, what's going on here? Oh,
Oh, don't you
Has
dare get a red
Fred
card.
done a bit of a lungy? He has.
Oh, that's
no.
That could be a red card, yeah.
Let's not look at the comments. We'll just
Yeah, let's not look at the comments from Min.
No.
Is it a red card? Are they reviewing it? I didn't see that. I was
You
Just
can't
go
give
to
you
half
can't
time
give
so
a
we
red
can have a
card
bit
for
of a
that
cup
because he
of
doesn't make
tea
contact.
and
At least
chat.
just give him a booking.
Daniel Gonzalez saying Birdman was shot in one shot.
Okay, cool. That's interesting. I haven't seen Birdman. I know.
It's very good, actually. I think
He's not got a
Michael
red
Keaton
card. It's
won
fine. It's not
an
got a red
Oscar
card.
for it. Or he was
It's going to be
nominated
half
for an
time.
Oscar for it, at
Is it
least.
going to be half time?
We might have another 30 seconds.
I'll blow it up. Yeah.
There it is.
Half-time,
Great half,
3-0.
lads. Well done. Good shift.
3-0. Don't remember which team to, but someone's winning 3-0.
Someone's called
Are they jam
Manchester.
donuts over there? Yeah. I'll have one, please.
Can we share one?
Yeah, of course. we
Let's
can.
see if you can eat it without me licking your lips.
Ooh. Oh, there's another.
Could
Yeah,
be
they-
5 or
They didn't
6
catch
here.
that on camera.
And you have to look directly into the camera as you eat it and lick your lips. After.
Oh, cool. You've got all the jam. So
Was there a football game on?
Oh, excuse me.
no, Lindelof is shite.
Correct.
I don't think he's done.
Well, he's not
himself.
that bad, but
I don't think he did anything wrong in this game.
Yeah, so actually his goal wasn't his fault. He goes up and he wins the ball. It's Pereira being...
These aren't very sugary.
God,
they're
knows it's
just,
shit.
they're just not really good at football, are they?
No, they're not.
Mate, your donuts are dead, fam.
And before you all start saying it, it's not Ollie's fault.
They're done already.
All of it. It's not all of Ollie's fault.
It's not all Ollie's fault.
not all
There's
Ollie's
something.
fault.
Ollie needs sacking at half time. Yeah, that'll make a great
Get
difference.
Poch in for the second half.
He's
Yeah,
giving them the football
Poch is
manager
actually-
half-time.
It could be
he's in
4-3.
the changing room. He's ready to come out. Like,
Here's an idea. Why don't you have 3 managers and you have subs?
Great idea.
If you're doing shit first half, sub a new manager on.
So let's not sack Ollie. Let's
No,
keep
just
him.
get Poch
Let's
in
get
as well.
2 more as well.
Get Conte
is
and
there anything?
Poch
Is
in
there,
as well.
is there anything
As well.
stopping you from doing that? Is
Nothing.
there any?
No.
Is the FA like you can only have
No,
one
because
manager?
you're allowed to name
Or can
like,
you just have
coaches what you want.
co-managers?
Yeah.
Didn't Salford have
Yeah.
co-managers for ages?
Robs.
Yes,
2
he
of them.
did.
Yeah, 2 lads. Yeah,
You can just do it. Do you imagine if you just had a boardroom of managers?
because that'll
just-
make all the difference. Because if you had
Yeah.
4 of them there, we'd be mint.
Yeah, there you go.
Right,
gotta
is there any way we can talk about this game genuinely without just being...
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
have a
of
chat.
course. Yeah.
Let's try and analyse it a little bit without
So-
just devolving into Ole
Man's-
out, this player out.
Man
Let's look at the
City
game.
started with 7 midfielders by the looks of it,
Yes.
and they've decided to overload what we're really bad at with what they're really good at.
Yeah.
Kept the ball really well, played some really good football. We've made a couple of mistakes, and they're just a lot better than us at
We
football.
looked semi-decent for the first... I know 5 minutes is nothing, but the
was
game
10
started
minutes.
with
It was 10
a-
minutes.
an optimism and a positivity, didn't it?
It was 10 minutes of us thinking, actually, you know what? We're going to do the same thing again here. Because it was. We were countering them. We were doing stuff. And then very quickly, it became clear that there's something, and I think this is it, is there's this the transition between midfield and attack and
Yeah.
defence and midfield that we had in that game against City is not there.
I
And
also-
I'll say it again, Scott McTominay is a humongous loss to this squad because he is the guy who, at the breakdown, gets the ball. He might even break the game down himself. He gets the ball and he either distributes it upfield or to somebody who has the ability to distribute it upfield like this. And Fred can't do that. Pereira can't do that. Lingard can't do that. And as a result, we are really suffering. And the fact that we do not have our best centre back
I
in
think
there.
missing Maguire as well. I think there's a lot of organisation like that. That point where you kind of blame Lindelof, was it the second goal? Was it the second goal where
Yeah.
he's won the header? I think like having someone next to him like Maguire that he knows it's either going to cover or he'd be the one that would go up and win
Yeah.
that header make a massive difference. I think Maguire himself is a massive loss.
Yeah.
But
And it was a strange positioning from both the midfielders there as well.
yeah, and the other thing is having those 2 midfielders, not having someone that is someone that prefers to stay deep, which is a McTominay. People say there's a few people saying why Matic isn't playing, but I think Matic's legs up against a Gundogan and a Bernardo Silva and those kind of players. You've seen it in the Arsenal game where they put legs around him. He just got absolutely lost in the game.
Yeah. And also reverting to the fact that we were trying to, that was our game plan, I'm sure we'll try and do it again, play counter-attacking football. Yeah. Matic cannot do what Scott McTominay does, which is get the ball and distribute it quickly. That's not what Scott... Matic might pass the ball sideways, might just get the defensive things in. Scott McTominay can't do it.
Mike, there's a lot of questions in here, so I'm going to ask you guys what they are. What people are saying Ollie's got the wrong tactics. What is there something else you thought we could have done that would have nullified this?
I didn't necessarily think we would have to be 3-0 down at half time, but I don't know.
If we were at 0-0,
tell you
we're
exactly
starting 0-0 again.
Guaranteed
know that City are going to do that. Is there anything else that you could do to change?
No. Well, the thing with that is it seems as though so far Solskjaer has known how to do that.
Yeah, I think
against the top teams, generally we have done that. We've had excellent results, but
I think that thing of having
just worse.
He's had better centre halves when he's played the top teams in the past. I think he's had better midfielders.
Yep. He's a better defence.
I think the fact that we've not... the thing is we're missing a Pogba or someone like that to distribute the ball further forward as well. I think that's a big thing. We've not got someone with the range of passing.
Rashford looks like he's slow and like he's because he had that fall at the beginning of the game. People are saying that he's got something with his back. That's why he, like you were saying, Alex, that he moved centrally.
Yeah.
As opposed to being out on the wing. Oh yeah. Are you sure?
It's an IPA. Why do big clubs want Matic? No, there's clubs in Italy where it's a lot slower paced. He would probably still do very well. Like
Lukaku did.
Smalling's
a better example.
Smalling's
like
well.
Lucas Leiva from Liverpool.
Yeah, can still play.
Is he still going?
And you can see
he's banging for Lazio at the moment. Yeah.
And he looked slow and out of speed in a poor Liverpool side.
And then the other question is now: people said, "Why hasn't Ollie made any changes? Make some changes."
He will now.
Who would you recommend?
Who do you recommend to bring on? What's the change in the second half that's going to make anything different?
First of all, that Bernardo Silva goal is just ridiculous.
That's what leads to it all unfurling as well. It's a mentality thing. As soon as that goes in, their heads are down.
And we don't get out to them quick enough, and there is problems. So
Brandon Williams steps off a bit, but that's expected.
Because the people have said Lingard's not very good. Lingard's not playing well. I don't think he's had a great game again. I don't think he's got into the game very much, but I don't think anyone has. So I don't think that's a. But if you take Lingard off and maybe bring on either your choices of Mata and Gomez, you lose any defensive work from your number 10 completely.
Yeah, absolutely.
There. So I'm not saying...
Especially when, like you said, they've got 7 midfielders on.
Especially when they've got 7 midfielders on. So here,
Lindelof
wins the ball.
Lindelof wins a header.
And then we're just all over the place.
Yeah. That touch actually probably helps Mahrez.
Yeah.
Bring it into a stride. I don't know.
I think Jones's positioning is weird to me. And then, I don't know.
We can pick at specifics, but at the end of the day,
show this comment because he's right. Mark F, everyone's saying Ollie out. Explain or I'm going to F off because that's the thing. If what's the difference? What's going to change? We sat David Moyes and brought in Louis van Gaal, and he signed fucking 14 midfielders and was still shit. Then we brought in Jose Mourinho, who signed £400 million worth of players and was still shit.
And also, with that third goal, the first and third goals are actually
very avoidable.
Unlucky.
Very avoidable. We are very high. We are very high there.
Look at the 4 or 5 other sitters they missed, though. It probably evens itself out realistically.
Yeah, of course it does. I'm just trying to
be positive.
Ignore them.
Well, I'm not trying to be positive. I'm just trying to.
That's not a foul on Williams, but he's unlucky not to clear.
Bring
the
on
ball
Angel Gomez. Fuck it is one of the comments. Look, there's a lot of it saying we need to just go for it in the second half, try and get a couple of goals. But the other thing is, if we lose 8-0, which is a possibility, that would just kill the team. Whereas if they kind of just get back in, regroup a bit, and try and keep it to 3-0, 3-1, something like that. Nick a goal. The old daft Sunday League saying go out and win the second half. Here's some stats for us.
Look how good they are.
Wow.
We've got more yellow cards than them, so could be worse.
Same amount of corners.
Yeah, we're really good at corners as well.
We're drawing at corners on
You're off the screen, Patrick.
Oh.
Come in here. Right. Go on, stay there.
937 watching. Give us a like. Come on. Give us a like to cheer us up.
If your mic goes there.
I just want to cry, to be honest with you.
Give us a like to cheer us up. All the 950 watching. Come on. Yeah. Cheer us up. We're depressed.
You can't make chicken salad out of chicken shit. Well done,
Well
Danny
done.
Wilde. That is.
Never heard that, but I like it.
I like that, and
That's
I think
it though. Like, so you bring in Poch. What do you think Poch does differently? He probably doesn't do too much differently with this team, but it's purely that we don't have the players to integrate anything that the
think
managers want.
every single manager that's come in since Fergie's left, everyone's kind of said we need someone else in who's going to do better recruitment. You know, you said that Van Gaal was going to be the big name that would pull players in. That was going to pull players in, and yes, he signed bigger names, but they were still pretty shit footballers at the end of the day.
Falcao, Di Maria,
Then we went, you know
Schweinsteiger
what?
weren't
Mourinho
great
will
with
do it. Mourinho will get everything right. And then
One
the
season.
board didn't back him properly as well.
And
You know,
also, and now we're even further away from the title winning side. When Van Gaal came in, we were 2 years from it had been 2 years since we'd won the league. When Mourinho came in, it had been 4 years since we won the league.
Yeah.
Now it's 6 years since we won the league.
Yeah.
Like, Solskjaer isn't inheriting the team that Moyes, even the team that Van Gaal and Mourinho inherited.
No, it's not the same
This is
kind of
the
thing.
worst team we've had in 30 years.
Yeah.
Like, you don't just win games all the time with a shit team that has got worse. There's less confidence now than ever. There's less assurance from the fans, from the board, from everything. Nothing is going right and hasn't been going right for a long time. Why would it turn around immediately? We need to buy players and we need to take our time with things.
Yeah.
You can't just make subs and change managers every 2 weeks just because you haven't won this particular game. We're crap and it's going to take a while.
It is not FIFA.
Who
So-
can get in January to improve this score?
Yes.
Thanks, Joseph, mate. Maybe you're talking about yourself there, actually.
Get Ollie out. It's not about this game. We've been shit for a majority of the season. We need someone who can give us a game
disagree
plan
with
which isn't
that.
dependent on the other team. Well,
Now-
that is the thing. That all requires the players that you've got. Now, what Ollie's done is he wants to play a fast-paced pressing game. Lukaku didn't fit that. They also wanted to play football out the back. Smalling didn't fit that. He went. Sanchez didn't fit that because he was old and slow. He went. So that's where those signings have gone. He wants to do that. It's going to take time, and they want to sign these players. Now, do I think the board could have done better in the summer? Absolutely, yes. They could have signed more players. But the signings they've done are the ones that are working.
Yeah.
They fit the system. They're doing the right things.
When I said you can't make subs, I don't mean you can't make subs. I mean you can't just bring on 3 different players and then everything will be fixed.
No.
That's what I'm not saying don't make any subs. I'm saying, especially with the players we have on the bench, making subs isn't going to be the difference.
There's this, are we really United saying, but is Ollie really the right man for the rebuild? I don't know, you don't know. Nobody will know whether he's the right man.
Yeah.
The one thing I know that's not been right
Yeah.
is changing manager every 6 months, every 12 months. That isn't going to change anything. What we need is a plan for 3 years, see what happens in that plan for 3 years. Now, if all goes tits up and we go really bad and we get relegated, then you have to make a change, obviously. But Ollie's got a plan. Ollie's got a 3-year plan. That's the...
I also think what else the situation shows is how bad our board is and how bad the problems above Ole and around the club are, because there is serious problems at that football club. The fact that they do not scout well, the fact that they do not get players at good prices, the fact that they do not get players effectively at all, that is where a lot of the issues come from. And what the board have done is that they semi-backed Ole in the summer. They semi-backed him. They didn't get all the players that he wanted because they're bad at it, but they got a few of the players. Now, if they pull the plug and they don't back him, Pochettino comes in and says, actually, I don't like Wan-Bissaka because I like a more attacking fullback. So we need to bring in another right back. And actually, I don't really like the way Martial plays. Let's bring someone else in.
Either.
And this is it. He gets back for one transfer window, has a few poor games because, again, the problems at the club mean that we don't buy very good players.
on that one.
And the process continues.
Ollie is so tactically inept, it's not even funny. We're getting outnumbered in the middle of the park and he doesn't see that or is ignoring it. He has no plan. It's sickening.
What players? I just can't get over this running narrative of people saying it's Ollie's tactics. What other players can you bring in? Please, can someone in the comments
How do we win
tell
this?
us what other players you can bring in? Tactics can only go so far when you've got horrific players. Do you think Jurgen Klopp is walking away with a league because of his tactics? Well, his tactics are good, but it's because he's got world-class players.
Kieran, I used Angel Gomez on career mode. He's excellent. Put him in the team
Exactly,
right
just stick
He's
him
like
in.
75
Go
rated,
ultra
isn't he?
attacking in the second half.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, man. Some people absolutely baffle me with Like, fair enough, people are entitled to an opinion, and I completely understand that. But genuinely, and I'm very interested.
Their cheapest player in midfield and forward for City right now is £40 million.
Yeah.
Right.
And none of our midfielders cost that.
Fred, but he's pretty.
Okay, yeah, Fred did. Sorry.
No
So Fred
one-
cost that. Lingard came through the academy. Pereira came through the academy. Our midfield, two of our three midfielders cost their midfielder cost probably 5 times what ours cost.
Yeah.
Anyway, Kai says, I'm not having it. You can't say it's the players. Look at the results. Our squad is better than the likes of Watford and Everton, and we still lose. We are above Watford.
We
We're
also
the bottom of
beat
the league. Are you stupid, man? How am I listening to some of the stuff
We
that
also
he's saying?
but we are
We're
above
fifth.
them.
We've
because
also
we are better than them.
We've
I
also
agree.
beaten City and Spurs this season. If it's tactically inept, then those games are
We've
just
beaten
they
Chelsea
don't never happen.
twice.
They
We've
never
beaten
happen.
City, we've beaten Spurs. We drew with Liverpool. Where was the tactical ineptitude then?
These people would not have
Or was that
survived.
just luck?
Players just getting bullied off. Sometimes just whatever players are out there, they're just not good enough. They can do. They get hyped. They get built up for these big games, and fair enough. But if you can't do it against Watford or West Ham or whatever, for one reason or another, like Ollie can only do so much. Clearly, he's getting it right tactically in the big games, and he can't. He's got what? This is my big thing.
Yeah, go on.
He can only play counter-attacking football at the moment because he doesn't have a playmaker at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Or a midfield that can keep the ball.
Exactly. That's why we're so good on the counter-attack because we've got so much pace going forward, but we don't have anyone who can pick a key pass. That's why we perform against the top clubs.
Go. Herrera should have been kept. Lukaku should have been kept. Jones should never have stayed over. Smalling, there's 3. Fair enough. Let them go if you place. Number 1, Herrera was gone before that was decided.
Before Solskjaer came
That
in.
there's
Matic
nothing he's
coming
done.
on
And
as
the other reason that Herrera went
go.
is to keep him. We'd have had to pay £200,000 a week for him. And whilst I love Ander Herrera, he isn't a £200,000 a week player.
Especially sorry, go on.
Lukaku can't fucking trap a bag of cement.
I want him to
He's
go.
never going to hold the ball up. We haven't got any wingers across the ball to him, so he's useless. Smalling can't pass fucking water. Whilst Jones is shit, he's still quite a good technical footballer, and that's why he got kept over Smalling.
Oh god, that's going to get clipped.
He is. He's a better technical footballer.
I
than
know.
Smalling. He's not a better defender than Smalling.
You see, this now matches.
So
coming
there
Phil
on.
you go.
Jones is a better passer.
He's a better. So if you're going to have someone that fits our system better, it is Phil
This
Jones.
is
Lingard coming
This
off.
is wow.
Yeah,
This
that's
is
gonna get
That's-
absolutely.
Well, that's what people want.
There you go.
People don't
Lingard's
like
off.
Jesse Lingard. He's
There you
come
go.
off now. We're going to win. Look, Matic has come on. We're going to win.
Come on
look.
for Lingard. There you
right
go.
There's
now.
our
Now
option.
this is the question: is this is just damage limitation, isn't it? Which is probably the right thing to do. But
I mean, Lingard has been very poor today. Also, talking
I'm
going
going
to
to put a quid on 3-3, by the way.
This was also during a time, I remember, when we were getting destroyed
hat-trick.
week in, week out for how much we were paying for Alexis Sanchez. And United's inability to control drastically inflated wages was something that was
off.
being leveled at us every
attacked.
single day. So I think just for once not bending over to a player's demands just because they could get more elsewhere.
Yeah.
Whilst I think we should have kept Herrera one way or the other, we should have probably offered him a new contract 2 years ago when he had 2 years left on his contract, rather than just waiting for it to run down.
Correct.
We handled it badly, but that wasn't Solskjaer's fault.
No.
And not paying 250 grand to keep him, I don't think is necessarily a bad thing. He just needs replacing, and he wasn't. That's my opinion.
here's
on
an
that.
interesting sort of thought. What was that period of time in the early 2000s where we didn't win the Prem for a few seasons
2003,
under Ferguson?
2003,
4, 5 was it?
it was like 2003 till 2006. We didn't win the Premier League.
Now imagine that Ferguson hadn't happened. We didn't have Ferguson before. Good ball,
Ooh,
Rashford hit on the
okay.
left.
just behind him.
It's just gone bra.
Come on,
If social media had existed in that time,
Right.
Ferguson might have been sacked.
Right, this is my
Or people
point.
would have been calling for him to be
Oh,
sacked.
yeah.
Williams.
Okay,
Okay, all right.
Still
better.
sharp. Bit more,
My thought experiment was going to be:
impetus
say Ferguson had come into the club at that point, all right, and was beginning this 3-year process of rebuilding the squad
Yeah.
that was aging and becoming a team that could, as we know, would later go on and dominate. He wouldn't have got through that first couple seasons.
No, he would have been sacked.
And I'm not saying
not even-
Solskjaer's Ferguson. I'm not saying any of that stuff. I'm just saying it's an interesting thought experiment that in this era, and also a lot of the people who are Ollie out, when you speak to people on a daily basis, are the majority of people Ollie out?
It doesn't seem like it.
Doesn't
No,
seem to
We
me.
tend to do topics and polls and stuff on Twitter.
Everyone is more
People,
Ole
mostly it's Ole in.
Right.
Obviously, with when you get annoyed, you're more vocal, you're more excited, all that stuff. So you can see why
The silent
that
majority
comes
of
to the
people,
forefront.
the silent majority of people who understand what's going on. I think.
There's comments saying people are now going to go on the Glazers and the Woodward and
As they
Woodward and
should.
things like that. And as they should. That is the problem. Everything stems from the top of every business in the world. That's where problems lie. But the other problem with all this is if we protest, if you do things, if you tweet #Glazer out 400 billion times,
doesn't change anything.
It doesn't change anything because they're still going to make money. It doesn't it doesn't matter what we say, it doesn't what you say. I would love that someone to come in and go fan owned.
Oh, amazing, wouldn't it? We'd all love
ran by that. You get directors of football in that have all ex-United players. You know, it's half fan owned, half Class of '92 owned. David Beckham's running things. It's all, everything.
Love it.
It sounds great, but it's not going to happen.
No.
Glazers, unless they get bought by $1 billion, have a £250 billion bid from Saudi Arabia, which could happen. You never know. But that would be just as, things, what's going to happen?
If the structure around the club still stays the same after that, what does it change? We clearly can't scout. We clearly cannot scout. Because other than Daniel James is like probably the best pound for value player that we've bought.
Hidden gem kind of player.
Yeah. Name the last player that you go pound for value.
It's Javier Hernandez, probably.
That we have.
Yeah,
right, that was
like that.
how long ago was that? A decade almost?
2010, yeah.
Getting
Tim
that way,
have
isn't
you
it?
seen how many goals Lukaku has scored for Inter? How short is your memory that you don't remember how much Lukaku used to get blasted after every game by so many United
by
fans?
you, by him,
Montages
by you,
from
probably.
Manchester
Almost
United
certainly.
accounts. Montages of his bad touches in games. What the fuck? It was disgusting how he.
Everyone knew
agrees.
he'd score, he'd bang
it's
in Italy.
time for him to go. He scores
And
goals
I
for
think-
everyone. He always scores. He does not fit the system. And he was slagged off more
Mourinho's
than anyone.
plan
And
was
he
to
wanted
have-
to go.
Mourinho's plan was to have two wingers that could cross the ball and that Lukaku could win them headers.
We never got
We
them.
never got them. We never signed them. He wouldn't let him sign Willian. He wouldn't let him sign Perisic. He wouldn't let him sign those players.
Yeah, I'm happy to say, in hindsight, I thought
Gabriel Heinz.
getting rid of Jose
Heinz.
Mourinho was going to be like one of the major solutions. And I'm happy to say that I overestimated how bad the ball, etc., is as we give the ball away here. Is that
De Bruyne.
it was Matic, who just came on and apparently was going to be better than Lingard.
Sterling.
Good block in the end.
Matic hasn't been too bad since he came on. Apart from that,
It's only been on for about 4 minutes.
He's not touched the ball.
I mean, mate,
That's a
That's a
fucking
foul.
that's
yellow
bad.
card.
That's
Come
got to
on.
be something.
Is he not going to give that either? Just pushed him off the pitch.
No.
What are you doing? Mike
You
Dean
lot
is just
talk a lot of
just looks
ball.
like a baby vulture, doesn't he? Fledgling.
We
bird.
found James only because Giggs told us. Great.
No,
yeah,
dude,
because that's
That's
right.
what it was. Yeah.
Yeah, Giggs told us because we wouldn't do any scouting. We just go, Ryan told us.
We
That
know
lad.
Ryan Giggs, that bloke.
The
who
lad
was
we
our
sacked.
manager.
Look, he
The
said-
lad we
he's-
sacked 6 months.
He said a lot of dodgy
18
things in
months
the
before.
last week or something.
Yeah, bloody hell.
He's doing well to try and destroy his legacy, isn't he?
Who, Giggs?
Yeah.
He did that when he shot his mum.
Yeah, well, that's what my point is. He's done a few things, hasn't he?
Yeah. There's no one who's gonna the Glazers. No one likes the Glazers. We know that. But
I've got some hope that the
this-
Saudis will get some feelings towards football when.
But then you become the propaganda wing of a dodgy
yeah.
regime.
Historically
What?
abusive regime. We don't know enough
Football,
about that, really.
just
It's
in
not
general,
Right.
like it's an example of like, say we get rid of the Glazers, great. It doesn't even then solve the problem because
You're right,
you're
Freddie's
owned by
happy to do anything.
you're owned by somebody else, and it's an issue with football around the world. Is that it's not what it was.
the money's so hard. There's
Mike, don't head out. Just mute the comments. Much better idea. You don't have to leave. Just mute the comments. Much better idea.
Yeah, yeah.
We might do that soon. To be
Yeah,
honest, if it's
honestly,
all
mate.
that. But the people that are good, we'll let's keep them.
Lucky Dan James there, ball bouncing back off him, trying to get a cross in.
Dude needs to clean up his act, Lingard. I don't know what more he
Lingard,
does,
he's
though,
just a
poor
bit of
lad.
a
I think he
scapegoat at
has.
the moment.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure he's cut down on the whole social media
He's
thing.
done-
Like,
I said you could phrase Lingard's like what he does in such a different way. The fact that he's a born and bred United fan, made his way up to the club, has captained the club now, has scored winning goals in 2 cup finals,
Yeah.
has scored in another.
Yeah.
He also took a pay cut so he could set up a business so that when he finished football he'd do better. There's many different ways of phrasing it. You can say that he's doing more things about that, but you can also say he's quite a switched on lad to do all these different things. Like, I'm not saying it was probably the right thing to do, but fucking Jesus, lads, calm down about
He's a
that poor
person
lad.
as well, isn't he? Come on.
Yeah.
We've hardly invested since 2016. Yeah, that's kind of true.
Correct.
That's one of the problems. Should we come up with some other fun topics to talk about? Because I preferred it when we
Well,
were...
here's
so-
one
we
for
had
you.
Biscuits.
All the people that are in here
Yeah.
that are Paddock regulars and everything like that. Are there any catchphrases that you hear us say?
yeah.
Oh, that's
you'd like
interesting,
To,
actually.
that you like from us, that you would, if you were to Maybe put on a T-shirt
Stretford Paddock quotes or
Or in a
catchphrases
mug.
or ideas.
or ideas.
Give us some.
Let's go for that. Let's.
Feed us some quotes.
Feed
us
me
some.
quotes. Feed me quotes.
Or even comments of your own that you think should be T-shirts.
Do you get
Any Comic Club classics?
Do you get free cinema tickets?
I do, yes. Unlimited free cinema tickets, which
just
is
for you, or
sound.
for you and a friend?
I get like up to like 3 or 4. So
3 or 4
a
what?
month?
like
Tickets or people?
people.
Really?
Oh, right.
Why do you never take me to
every
the
2
cinema?
weeks? So this, let's see which one you use can be the most, worthwhile. to me.
Persuasive.
I'd like to come to the
persuasive.
cinema with you.
Favorite pizza toppings?
Jalapenos have to be on there.
Yes.
Garlic butter.
Oh,
Garlic dip, would that not suffice
Nope.
in itself? No,
No.
you're not
I
feeling
want
it.
it to
Okay,
taste like a garlic bread
you're
with
coming back from a
tomato
night
sauce.
out, right? And say you've only got these
How
2
steaming
choices.
am I?
Is it? You're pretty steaming. You've had a good. You're not
How
going to
many
have a
pints?
massive
I've had
hangover in the
7
morning, but you're
pints,
going to have a
let's
good
say.
one. You've had 7 pints.
Yeah. So I'm doing all right, but I'm not
Garlic cheese pizza bread, or like a pizza.
gone. Okay, so
of
when you
like
say garlic
a-
cheese pizza bread, no, there's no tomato sauce on that.
No, it's a garlic
I need
cheese
the tomato
pizza
sauce.
bread.
I need that.
Really?
Tang. Yes.
Man
Too
needs
rich
some
otherwise.
tang.
I need a
You know,
tang.
so
back.
Alex changed the score. I think that was just too niche.
That was one
The-
game, but yeah, that's a
but-
good one though.
yeah.
Feed me quotes.
What's for dinner tonight? Well, actually,
Well, actually,
It's not Ollie's fault. Very good. Satire. I like it, Nardi.
where's Howson?
Yeah, that's more of a comment.
where's Howson?
Where's Howson though? That would be
Where's
quite
Howson
good.
is
We could
actually
have
quite a
them
good
every-
one.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like them.
The sound of Joseph's fart. It's hard to kind of quantify that into letters, though, isn't
Yeah.
it?
It should be food related. There should be something food
Oh,
related.
and another one.
There's another bit.
another one.
Actual fart.
Yeah, that was real. What you having for food? I like that. I just like calling it just for food, meat and drink. Well, I look like I'm bored by Morris.
So if I was to pick something, it would
Did
be.
Mars just hit the
it
post
would
with that
be-
angle, by the way?
who was it who
So
said
with
I
the-
don't sweat? Was that you?
I don't
What?
sweat.
I don't
Well,
sweat.
he's on
No,
side.
that was Prince Andrew.
That wasn't. Oh.
You've done me
hit
there.
the post.
You've done me there.
No, I wasn't. I don't sweat. I was. I'm strong.
There you go,
Nah,
McLaren.
just hide that one. There you go.
McLaren. Oh, I like that one.
What was it?
That's all right. I'm going to pitch that in the WhatsApp group later anyway.
Anything after Steve says anything controversial, allegedly.
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 Oh yeah, that could be quite good. That one.
Yeah.
Oh, you fucking wedge.
Allegedly.
Which?
L-E-H at the end.
Yeah, yeah.
Talk to me about burritos.
Oh, Oliver.
Oh,
I'd love to talk to you
here
about
we go.
burritos.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Right,
Oh,
we'll
no.
work
Driving
our
the
way
Brandon
around.
bandwagon.
Can we have it
Go
on
on.
him?
Also, can we just
burritos?
like the video, please? Because we're trying to.
Oh, there
we're
we
trying
go.
to make
Fred, what
make
are you
some
doing,
fun
man?
here. If you could just like the video, we'd
Yeah,
be
just
very,
like
very
it. We're
grateful.
trying to keep it positive.
Yeah.
Um,
Right, let's talk about burritos then. What's your spicy rice or what is it, like an oregano
I'd go
rice?
for a nice plain white rice. To start
Incorrect.
with.
Well,
Straight
what
away.
meat do you go
Incorrect
for?
straight
But
away.
no, but I think the first.
Oh,
Whoa! Good lad!
I like Brandon.
Get
Williams.
stuck
He's
in,
fucking-
Brandon.
My God, he nearly killed him.
He's gonna be fucking pissed, isn't he? He's so angry. Here we go. Look at this.
He flies in here.
He doesn't touch.
Fuck off.
He doesn't touch him. Doesn't touch him.
He doesn't touch anything. No, he doesn't
He
touch
actually
anything.
doesn't.
It's a great dummy. That. What a step
over.
over.
Burritos then. So you're going for his plain rice. It's always the rice you put on
But I
first.
think.
I think that's wrong.
No,
I think you got
meat
to
first.
spice it.
Yeah, usually
I
where
was
I
ex-
go.
I was
It's not
it?
meat first.
I
It's
go
always
to
rice and beans
China.
Rice and
first,
beans. Rice and beans
then it's-
meat.
So here's my tip for if you're in the States and you're in Chipotle.
Oh,
this is,
yeah,
this is
I've
the,
had a
this is
Chipotle,
the
it's
best
good.
thing.
I've never had it.
So what you do first is you ask them for a quesarito. Now what they do there is they get the
Look
wrap.
at his smile. Look at his
So
smile.
happy.
Look at his smile.
They get the wrap
Burrito.
and then they put cheese on it and then they top it with another wrap and then they make it into a quesadilla. But then what they do is then they build your burrito inside that and you wrap it in
Oh
that.
my god.
Whatever will burrito.
So there you
Americans
go.
are so fat, aren't they? It's great.
Sorry to any Americans watching, but
Oh, you know
You
we're
are.
kidding. Not really.
Rashford's not good.
What meat you rocking in your burrito?
Chicken.
Oh,
I-
bit basic.
I like chicken,
Basic
but
bitch.
I prefer steak, but it depends what kind of budget you're
Soaks
on.
up
No one
flavour,
going for
doesn't it?
some pulled pork? No.
Very good. Not
No,
necessarily
I
pulled
wouldn't
pork.
go-
Pulled pork in a burrito?
Pork or lamb.
Yeah,
if
it's
you
good.
can.
It's good. It's
No,
good. It's
no.
good.
You know,
I think
chicken's
it's
too
gotta be-
flavourless.
it's gotta
Steak
be-
is too expensive for it to be good steak, so it's bad flavourless
Although
steak.
the
Pork is the
Barbary-
most flavoursome
Bar
meat.
burrito do chicken and chorizo, which I'm a fan of.
Don't mind it.
Kind of
Now that
combination.
is that.
Barburrito
something.
is an overrated chain of burritos. In my
It
What's your
is-
favourite burrito in Manchester?
Chango's.
Where's
In
that?
Oxford Road.
Oxford Road. Yeah.
Oh, is
Is
that
that
one
by
across from-
MMU?
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
far
It's
from
like
there.
the
No,
one with the
it's-
blue
it's-
skull on it. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that place
Yeah,
is
it's
mega.
near Victoria.
Yeah.
No,
Oxford Road Station.
Yes.
Yes, it's very good.
cheesy crust burrito. City owe their stature to United. Woo!
So, what are your thoughts on a California burrito, which
What are your
has
thoughts on a California burrito?
which have curly fries inside
I've
the
never
burrito?
had a California burrito.
That's like having a gyros.
Jesus.
Like gyros.
Instead of a kebab. It's
You
got
mean-
the
is it-
chips inside it.
Yeah.
Oh, what has Mike Dean done here?
He's giving a foul.
Very bold man, Mike Dean. Shave it off.
You know what? If I'm
I like Mike Dean. Oh wait, no, do I? No, I can't remember. Barbecue chicken, easy, spicy rice with chicken with extra naga spice.
Oh,
That's very spicy, mate.
that's extremely.
I like that. Adam, we're going to do a little. I like that about
bring it back.
Ji-Sung Park. Ji-Sung Park was a much better player than Jesse Lingard,
Yes.
but he's one of those players that didn't play as many games as people thought he did. He just played in the big games where all he had to do was press, do the hard work and things like that. He didn't play that many games where he had to. Also, when he didn't have to do that job, you had people like Paul Scholes, Ryan Giggs, Wayne Rooney, very
Different-
good players
different
around him to
teams
do that
completely.
those jobs.
I think Jason Park.
But back to food because we don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Best curry house on the mile. For those who don't know, there's a
I live next to the Curry Mile.
Curry
Never
Mile
been
is a
to
part
the
of
Curry
Manchester.
Never been.
Never
is
been.
it,
Never been, yeah.
I live off it. I don't live off it. I live nearby. But
Beef and shrimp.
Zia,
Oh, shrimp in
Zia.
a shrimp
Surf and
in a-
turf?
Zia.
Zia.
In a burrito.
Zia.
Zia.
I had a
How you
shrimp
spelling
in
that?
Ziya. It's got like big glass, like windows for the
Some
wall.
very tacky curry houses
They're,
down under.
they're really, really good. Zia is not tacky at all, and it's very, very good. If
don't
you
mind
guys are in
tacky.
Manchester and have been down there, I highly recommend it.
Yeah,
It's
we will
also
do.
on Deliveroo, I think. So if
Is
you're
it?
around that area, yeah, you can grab it.
Sorry, kid.
It is. It's one of the best curries I've had.
Is it? What's your go-to curry?
Well, they change. It changes
Madras
everywhere.
is nice.
I think at the point where you're having
Pushing
like one of
it
the
there.
basic ones every time, it's probably not that good of a curry house.
Mm.
You got to have some of the house specials.
Yeah, but I mean,
There's
let's
one
just-
back in London where you can get a nice railway chicken that's very good, but then I wouldn't necessarily have that everywhere else.
Railway chicken, also known as a prostitute. And
Is it?
Patrick likes to.
No idea that was the case.
Yeah,
There you
that's
go.
a euphemism for
Cheers,
being a
Joe.
prostitute. So you like a railway chicken, do you?
No comment.
Okay. But of the sort of I know you want to talk about your chef specials, etc. But of the main
Tikka masala.
kind of tikka masala, what's yours?
Or Boone.
Just like a Madras.
Madras.
Yeah, I love the curry houses where you're allowed to bring your own cans. It's great. 'Cause there
Yeah.
are some that are like that just say that allow you in because they
love
know
that.
you
And
got to
they-
compete. You
And sometimes they have a £2 or £3 corking fee for a bottle of wine, just to save a bit of money.
That's
But
it.
I do like a Balti.
A nice
Oh,
A
yeah,
lamb.
yeah.
I don't usually eat meat, but I'll either go for a tandoori fish Balti, which is sensational.
wow.
He's on.
Or a lamb tikka Balti is wonderful.
Lamb is the most underrated meat. It
Lamb
doesn't
is-
get
It depends. It's got to be done really well, but when it's done well,
lamb,
it's
just
mint in
cooked
it.
lamb and a roast dinner is just
cooked lamb.
Ooh,
Is it me or has Matic been
he's
decent?
been really good.
Whereas everyone else
In
just been
comparison,
so shit.
comparatively good. Go on.
Go on, right. He's bumped off a bit.
Ah,
easy there.
do
He's
a goal.
I don't
Come
think,
on.
I don't think he's very well, Rashford. Like he got that knock at the beginning of the game, and it's really affected him. I think.
Well, let's do a goal.
Chicken jalfrezi for a lot of people. Now I get that.
Jalfrezi's nice. It's very bright. It's very much on the tomatoey end of the spectrum, isn't it? I like a Balti.
I thought
Scott
you
Williams.
I thought you wanted your zest.
Yeah, but didn't want to know a
Tang,
great
maybe.
little tip here for you. The next time you have a curry, and I'm telling you, please do it. You get often a little side salad, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lemon wedge. Squeeze that lemon on the curry.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Oh
Really,
yeah, you
I
always
don't-
squeeze a bit of
You
lemon.
do.
Every time
Okay,
I get a
okay.
lemon,
No,
no.
no, no.
But it's like if you get your fish and chips.
See,
you get a lemon for a
Whenever there's
reason.
a
You get a
lemon,
lemon
you
wedge
know what, I
for a
would-
reason.
See, I would have to disagree with you there.
No,
Never
you're wrong.
squeeze liquid onto batter. Because
No,
all you're
you're
asking
wrong.
there is soggy fish.
No, you're wrong.
Well,
The lemon adds a little bit of zest to it with your tartar sauce.
I get
now,
it.
I wouldn't have
Thank you
tartar.
very
I would
much.
be having
Why
curry
is it-
sauce on there personally.
it's lovely and fizzy.
De Bruyne
Oh,
comes off Jones. Oh, Sterling. That's good. I don't know
God.
what's happened.
Dived. Do we score?
Mike Dean.
Glory.
Always said I love Mike Dean.
It's very cold, the water. That come out
Yeah,
of
it's
that
nice.
tap. Yeah, it's not.
I think it's just a shame that we're not going to get through to the final.
I'd
now.
love a curry now. I make a good curry.
because it would have been
I'll
so
hold you to
nice
that.
to win a trophy.
I'll trade you a curry for some cinema tickets. Or you could bring the curry to the cinema. Although we don't allow hot food in.
You can bring a cold curry to the cinema.
You can bring a cold
This
And what
curry.
I'll do is
This
I'll
is the
like
thing,
to-
isn't it? It's a myth that you're not allowed to bring your own food.
No, you're allowed to bring your own food, just not hot food.
It's a myth.
Well,
You
what
bring-
I'd say, here's a little tip for you, and you might not know this. Before you go into the cinema, if obviously you're not allowed to bring hot foods in, we've seen this. If you get,
So you let it go cold.
Let's say you've made a homemade Balti, let that curry go cold. Then what you do is
have a microwave system.
no. I'm not like a Teletubby with a little microwave belly. What I'm going to do is I'm going to smear as much of that tikka on the inside of my thighs.
Oh, warm it up.
Then what I'm going to do is wear a kilt.
That's a foul.
Fuck him.
Then I wear a kilt so I can have thigh-to-thigh contact.
You know what? I
And
do
then-
like Mike Dean's facial
warm it up?
expressions.
And then I'm lifting my knees up and down, vibrating those legs together, and then I will scrape the curry
I hope
off the
that's
inside of
not-
my thighs onto the rice.
By the way, I hope that's not a spelling mistake because someone said Ollie out and Savage Friends just said you out.
You out!
I love it.
No,
Best home cooked meal to impress a lady/guy in Patrick's case.
You into lady boys? Oh, lady boys. A Bailey's Irish cream chaser. Yeah, big girls, bro.
right, let's do that actually. Let's do, if you were doing first date and they said, oh, I love it when a man cooks for me. What's your menu? Starter, main course, dessert, drinks.
Whoa.
Okay.
Desserts.
One werewolf
Dessert.
before.
Okay,
Desserts.
one well was
Starters. What's going on here? Like starters are just.
She'll have beans on toast and she'll have
What,
it.
are you gonna
and
take
that'll
your
do
Have
it.
it when I
Spoons or
tell her
something,
she'll
are you?
have it, and that'll be that.
Like I
No,
like.
as in, do you make?
Yeah, you gotta make all of it.
Would
You're not
you
just
make
buying
your
just-
missus
you're
a
not
starter or dessert?
It's not
ever?
Mrs. This is
not
a first
Mrs.
date.
No,
No,
First
we're
date.
Not a first
first
date.
date.
That's what
The
I'm
question
inviting
is,
around the first
first
date.
date.
They're not coming around first date.
Because the great thing about first date is
you
not
nobody's
only
ever coming round to your house on a first date, and nor should they. Rashford.
no.
great.
The great thing about first date is you have to consider things like ambience. What does the kitchen
Ambience.
smell like when they arrive? You ain't cooking a big
Nobody's
clam
coming-
chowder on a
nobody's
first
coming
date.
to our
Angel
house.
garlic.
Well, they're
You
not
know?
coming to your house because you
It
haven't got a
can't be
house.
heavy garlicky, can
I
it?
do.
Great
Can't
point.
be heavy garlicky.
Let's think about these
garlic
things.
bread with cheese.
I
Start
would.
off low.
I would go Italian. I would go. If you're gonna do it,
Easy
Italian's
to
the
make,
best. Easy
tasty.
to make.
Oh,
do
Daniel
the-
James is coming on.
Josh
Lamb
Bithell, Lamb Rogan Josh. You
I
just
go
like
from-
because it's got your name in
Oh,
it.
I go
yes,
for
well
mixed
done.
Rogan Josh. Bit of everything in there.
Mixed
Right.
Rogan
Mixed
Josh.
Rogan Josh.
Kieran, I want to hear from you first. No interruptions, guys. Let Kieran talk. Starter, main course, dessert.
I'm going starter. It's a bit risky because not a lot of people like
So,
shellfish.
just a second. Let me just set the scene. You've been texting a lovely, wonderful lady on the internet.
I think my girlfriend's watching as well, so
Well,
Yeah,
this
I'd
is all
like,
hypothetical.
I'd like
I
to
think.
preempt that with the same thing for my girlfriend.
She says, "I love it when a man makes a meal for me. Come round to mine. I'll make you."
Going to start off a bit controversial. A prawns pill.
What's
no.
that?
Is
Lots of like
Oh,
sweet
like
chili
gambas
prawns.
pill. Yeah,
like you're getting
gambas
tapas, bit of
pill.
prawns, like spicy
There's a lot of
lemon.
garlic in that,
Oh,
that's
and
go
if they
well.
score here, oh no, please. Please
Still on
don't
the
do a
ball.
goal. I'm talking about prawns. No.
Very tame shot there, blocked by
Right,
Phil Jones.
we got a t-shirt idea. Please don't do
so
a
we
goal
got
on
prawns.
prawns. prawns.
Definitely going to have some dough balls or some crispy bread with it. Main course. I'm
So you're going for bread and prawns?
No. But like a little bowl of it that you have to mop up.
Oh,
Yeah, 'cause
what's
that's- to be
the
fair.
what's the
That is the
British-
international symbol for mopping up as well. So.
Is that-
Yeah, it's also the same symbol as.
Oh, it's
dustpan
a
and
symbol.
brush.
It's a symbol for something else as well.
It's
but,
the dustpan and
We're
brush
not
one.
that kind of channel.
Yeah, go on. Next.
Main course. I'm feeling controversial. I'm going to keep it maybe because I feel that's Italian.
You like a bit of controversy, don't
Oh,
you?
I love.
You like
maybe
courting
like something
controversy.
simple like a chicken Milanese, something simple like that. Season the chicken nicely, bit of pasta, stuff like that. Bit of garlic salt on it as well, black pepper on it as well.
Wow,
Not
okay.
flattened out nice. And dessert, you want a nice palate cleanser. You want to cleanse that palate. So I'm feeling like a nice lemon sorbet or
Yeah.
You're cooking your sorbet. Phil Jones has, I think, just handled the ball there.
or a sorbet if you're uneducated.
A lemon sorbet.
A
Honestly.
sorbet.
Sorbet, yeah.
And to
sorbet.
drink,
A
let's say between the main course and the dessert, you come out with.
big bag of cans. Big bag of cans.
It's always the
done,
cans.
mate. Yeah,
Big bag of cans.
Well done. Right, Joe, it's your turn.
Um,
So you'd be speaking to this nice lady. She somehow decided to come around to your house on a first date.
yeah, because she's.
You're a bit concerned,
She knows
actually.
what I'm all about.
So
have a
you
look.
set
Shall
in.
we go back down
You got
to-
some candles out. A nice,
good.
actually, this exact tablecloth. You've stolen it from the office for this date.
Problems.
You've got some flowers out.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Uh,
What are you bringing
starter,
out to start?
I'm gonna go with really good bread.
Really
oil.
good bread.
Bread, oil,
Sour.
vinegar.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that is nice.
Is that
Be a bit
not?
smart with it.
Is
Do you
that
know what I
not
Jones
bits?
will have a shot there. I think he's
Is that is that not the bit in like you go to a posh restaurant
No,
in
I
the
get
menu
that.
that comes
mean?
before
Don't get,
starters?
You can come at me all you like. I get
I'm
that.
not coming at you. It's all good.
Is there any
Um,
food in there, mate?
Yeah, that's
my
fine.
microphone is gone again.
Talk about the game, you dolts. The game is terrible. We're trying to
Half the
ignore
game.
it.
Adults.
I don't have my laptop with me.
What's adult?
I don't know.
And I don't talk about the
And then for the main course,
Main
I'm probably
course.
going to go with again maybe some pasta, probably like a prawn linguine of
Yep.
some description, bit of parsley in there, but that can
Oh.
get trapped in a tooth, and I'm easily put off. And then for the dessert, I don't really like desserts.
Neither do I. That's why palate cleanser is.
Damien says
So
the guy on
bad.
the left looked like he consumes a lot of hardcore prawn.
Is that me? Because I don't like prawns
Yeah.
at all.
Is that-
And I'm
yeah, it's the left.
assuming...
Hardcore prawn.
Or hardcore pawn, which is equally as entertaining and
Yeah.
excellent as well.
Bread, are you dating a duck? Maybe.
Quack.
Sorry, hang
you're
on,
not
is-
understanding the quality of this bread.
Yeah.
This is
Very high
he's
quality.
not getting a Warburton's
It's
toaster
very
loaf
good.
in.
Yeah,
Chris,
I'm not
it's
just
getting
I'm
very
not just
good.
tearing slices of white bread and throwing them at
No,
her.
no,
let's-
While,
let's-
while
let's-
she
this is
flaps
a well-
around in the bath.
This is a nice cup.
This is a classy lady and a great bit of ciabatta.
Can we-
Ciabatta, right, here's a question for you. Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah, go on.
I'm not actually sorry.
You're not ever sorry when it comes to
Ciabatta.
our show. No.
Right, what year do you think the ciabatta was invented?
Oh, it's got to be something
Ooh,
later
I'd
than you
say
expect. doesn't it?
2005. I don't know.
No.
2005. You've ruined it.
I'm going to go the opposite. I'm going to go like AD 10.
Five BC.
5 BC. 1982.
Okay, right. No, it's the exact opposite.
It's
of
a
that
very
then.
new bread.
Why was someone? Why? Oh,
Because it
Gomez
was
has come
made
on.
as an Italian alternative to the French stick. But
Oh,
it seems like
really?
it's very rustic, old kind of style
That,
bread, doesn't
that
it?
always reminds me of Americano.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you might know this. You were a barista, weren't
I'll
you?
know it.
Americano. So the Americans are like sort of walking around the Italian mountains or like Italy, World War II, World War One, World War One especially, and they want coffee as you do, and the Italians are like, oh yeah, here's coffee, and they give you Italian espresso, and the Americans go, can't drink that, mate.
Can't drink that. I'll
Too strong
shit
for me, too strong
myself.
for me. They go, okay, you know
Quite
what?
strong then,
Just
mate.
pour hot water on top of it. Americano.
Dilute it a bit.
Americano.
There you go.
I wasn't very happy with it. They made my Americano by putting the hot water in first and then pouring the.
You don't
oh
like
my
that?
god,
Espresso,
what
no,
is that?
no,
We
it's
make a
not.
really good Americano at View Cinema. I'll sort you
Do
out
it?
sometime. Don't you
All right,
worry.
then. Alex,
You've got a Costa machine.
first date, she's round.
I like the prawns. I like where we're going with that.
No,
I
I'm
think,
against that.
Do you like them because they're slightly sort of sexually suggestive?
No.
Oh.
Jesus,
I
De
wasn't,
Gea
that's
again.
not what I was thinking. I was just thinking
Are
it's
they?
nice.
Are they?
Okay, so you're telling me a prawn doesn't look like a flaccid penis?
Doesn't
Is that
look,
what you're really trying to say to me right now, Cam?
doesn't look like his flat.
Thank you. King prawn, yes please.
Mrs. just texted me jokes. They think you'd cook a 3-course meal for anyone. So
This is what I just said.
Nice to
When
see
was
you
the last
keeping an eye on
time
Kieran's missus.
anybody cooked a 3-course meal for their girlfriend?
I cooked a 1-course meal once.
Yeah, I cook like regularly, but I don't cook a 3-course meal.
Here we go. Greenwood.
Go on, lad.
Go on.
Who's that?
Go on,
Rashford,
Rashford.
lad!
Come on, pick that ball up. Let's
Rashford
go.
fucking scores against
Comebacks
big teams,
on.
doesn't he?
Come on.
Comebacks on. We're gonna
That's
win.
why I get
We're
fucking
gonna win.
passionate about the games. Come on.
We're gonna win 4-1.
That time, Rashford, my
Gomez.
boy.
Steal the ball.
It's because Angel. It's because Angel. Go and
is
win.
it garlic bread with cheese with a tomato base? Garlic bread.
Yes,
No,
it
it's,
is.
no, it's,
Yes,
it's
it
a
is.
garlic
Yes,
pizza.
it is.
Garlic
Is
pizza.
there a difference?
Garlic pizza.
Ah,
Yeah, the
Come
difference
on.
is tomato.
Right, we can.
I would
fucking-
even-
I said, what did I say? 2-goal gap. We'll go to the Etihad and we'll win.
2-goal
saying
gash.
This is what we did.
Tidy finish.
I'm not gonna mention it actually.
What?
But I did. I
scroll down if we can see.
no.
Here's
there's
a
not
genuine
goal.
coffee question. When what do you order from a coffee shop when you just want a normal coffee, like a water with a dash of milk?
Filter coffee.
Americano.
Do you order?
Oh
Americano?
no, but a
Is
filter
that
coffee
your-
is your
Oh,
at-home
this
coffee.
is-
Tasty.
The coffee. Look, I'm a big coffee man, so
Coffee shite.
no, I like.
Americano.
I love tea, but coffee is just tasty. Favorite coffee
would you
shops.
say
In,
it's
favorite
different
coffee
gravy?
shops in Manchester.
Ollie out.
I've got to give Mancoco a shout out. Worked there for 3 years. I like their coffee a lot. Supply a lot of local
At the University of
restaurants.
Manchester.
Yeah, at the University of Manchester.
Good
I also
lad- good
like
lads over there.
Pot Kettle Black. I like. I really like. What's it
Don't put
called?
He's off. He looked off to me.
No, not Foundation.
Tackle him. One of you's kick it.
Saved by the Hay. I really like. What's it called?
Been to Northern Tea Power yet?
I like North Tea Power. Yeah, they're good. What's the one that's fucking over there? That's near.
Oh, I'm Fig and Sparrow.
No, not Fig and Sparrow.
I was going to say Fig and Sparrow. Like it's like the coffee isn't like oh my god blows you away, but the setting is really nice. Nice place
What's
to
wrong
chill.
with like
We're gonna get called
Starbucks? Is
nonsense
Starbucks
in
just
the
like
comments.
over? Is it just like
Why would
basic?
you go to Starbucks when you've got literally
Dunno, I don't
hundreds
drink
of
coffee, that's what I'm
independent
asking.
coffee shops around you that are nicer
Costa.
places to work, and you're
Costa.
supporting local businesses and stuff?
I'll lay in.
Don't know because they have nice, pretty green logo.
Costa, I mean,
I
like
got
Costa's
Starbucks.
gone
Have you ever seen the
down.
full version
Costa's
of that
gone down
logo?
in my estimation.
She's a saucy customer. She is.
Ooh,
Let's have a look at
Mrs.
this.
Starbucks, if you're
The
watching.
Starbucks lady.
Starbucks logo.
Look, go full.
Ooh!
Ooh,
Say it, don't spray it.
Oh,
Look at
I
that.
see what you mean.
Getting a belly button out. Well, if it is a belly button, who
Hold
knows
up.
what it is?
Hey.
That could be a
I don't know, it looks
Tutankhamun.
like
I
something.
don't know what that is.
It looks like something.
Oh,
What's the other? It's called. It's not, I can't
The
think what it's
Hairheader.
called. Coffee shop just around the corner. Idle Hands.
Idle Hands.
Very much like Idle Hands. Maybe my favourite coffee shop in Manchester.
Doesn't
actually.
sound like
The
a coffee
tax,
shop.
the
Sounds like
tax
something
are really
else.
good. All
Tack.
three, I think it's free.
Yeah,
of them.
tax decent.
All three of the tax are decent. There's the tack at. There's the tack. There's the tack at the
Classic youth want to increase taxes.
Pretty much, guys. I mean, if you got the money. There's the tack at the place which is made out of shipping containers.
Hatch.
Hatch.
Safe from all
There's
Hatch.
the tack.
Hatch
in
is
town,
very
which is-
vibey, I have to say.
There's tack which is round the corner from us, and then there's tack by the university,
Yeah.
which is new, and that's all right as well. That's a good place to grab a coffee.
Imagine being one of these
Can
people.
someone describe the game, please? City are dominating. United look slightly more threatening than they had done on the counter attack.
But we're winning the second
And
half.
Brandon Williams is an absolute nutter.
Brandon Williams. Is
And we love him,
Williams
and we love
definitely- Brandon Williams definitely just drinks.
no one
hooch as
doesn't
well.
like Brandon Williams.
Brandon
do they?
Williams only
he-
drinks hooch when he
he
goes
drinks-
to the
he
pub.
drinks-
No, don't
he
do
drinks
that.
hooch
Look
with-
at the state of a man.
Yeah.
Harashi's on, night
Hooch.
tracksuit, hooch.
Hooch.
Or white
Yeah.
lightning cider.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Hooch
he drinks
and he'll drink a
K
Jaeger bomb
cider,
if someone
K
buys it
cider.
for him.
Yeah, he's not buying
Yeah.
it himself.
Well,
And
no,
if he
he
does
actually.
buy him, he has 6 of them all to himself.
He's one of those people that just gives someone his card and just goes, get a round in, and he
drink-
will drink anything.
He drinks a WKD, doesn't he?
He drinks WKD, he'll drink a VK
Do you say
Ice.
WKD? Doesn't or Wicked? Is that,
I say
you just
WKD.
call it-
I feel like Wicked is for, I don't
For
know.
people of a certain age.
So the drink,
Well, I'm 56.
the drink in Durham called the Johnny Woodgate. Right?
Oh,
is
no.
a
No.
double vodka
Let's not.
Yeah.
with a WKD mixer.
dear
That's all right.
God.
It's not good.
It's like Echo Falls wine, which isn't like a very good wine, but it's very drinkable. Hence why people drink it for
Put
praise.
vodka in it.
Yeah.
We've got a very interesting comment here. That's a lot of thought has been put into this. I like
Yeah.
to think from Governor Bandicoot.
Nice name.
I can totally imagine a girl coming over to Joe's place and he's standing there in a tux and 2 champagne glasses and a bottle of shampoo.
And the seagulls.
First way- there's
I
first
don't
ways to
think
spend
you'd
the
be in
night,
a-
I think.
I don't think you'd be in a tux. I think you'd be in a denim jacket with a bow tie on.
Smooth and nourished on the outside, smooth and nourished on
No.
the inside.
He has the front of a tux on, and then he has boot cut denim jeans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the seagulls there as well. Transfer seagulls there in the
He's
corner,
pecking away at me.
just killing a salmon.
Williams is a hot chocolate with a shot of Bailey's, lad.
That's
Irish
too,
whis-
that's
Irish
too old
coffee.
persony homely.
yeah.
Sort of sitting around a fire at Christmas. That's not what I'm thinking. I'm thinking
Is that?
14-year-old
It's
out.
Angel Gomez.
14-year-old
He
out
looks
on the
good,
set.
doesn't he? He's got a different. His body is just different, isn't it?
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
touching
yeah,
the ball.
yeah.
He's got like no, but he's got like
No,
a
he's quick on the ball.
tricky
He's changed the game.
sort of Michael Flatley type bottom half, where his legs are very much going all over the
The
place.
fact
Almost
that
like a
Gomez is
forward.
on the bench and actually getting game time maybe suggests that contract stuff might be going somewhere, but we don't know with that.
Maybe just
I
suggests.
hope
I
so.
think
know
means
the
we've got no
midfielders.
one left. And he's
Nothing
It
left.
could also
and
mean
just
that.
thought, fuck it, give it a
Free,
go.
Mike Dean.
Thank
Here,
you.
hand that man a yellow card.
That's at least a yellow card for Sterling. now.
Sterling never
Sterling's
scored.
doing it a lot
never
in the
scored
first
against
half.
United. Thinking he might
Joe
have
wears a
6 or
Canadian.
something.
Yeah.
Have you ever worn a Canadian tuxedo?
Well done, Matic. There, great play in the thing. No, what is a Canadian tuxedo? What is it?
Double denim.
Is it? Yeah, I've
Oh,
worn it.
really?
Oh yeah, I've worn it.
Rashford
Canadian.
Oh, lovely
tuxedo,
touch.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Definitely, loads of times.
Oh,
I've done triple denim before.
triple denim.
Threnin.
How'd you triple denim? You got denim shoes.
Go on, Lindelof.
Good
Good
tackle.
tackle.
A lovely denim G-string. No, denim trousers, denim shirt, denim jacket. Yes, please.
Denim.
Please
And a
don't,
little
Joe.
denim tie.
Oh,
When we
I
have some
was
meetings
getting
next
happy
week,
and then I
let's
looked at their
Let's
bench.
go in triple denim.
Yeah,
look at their
triple
bench.
denim. And a really nice loaf of bread. Oh yeah, I don't know what that means. One on the far left is very cute.
Which is that side of that
That's
side?
him.
We need like an L and a right here, don't we?
Just
to
a cute
keep
guy
it
over
over.
here.
My
Who's
girlfriend
played well today then?
Brandon Williams again.
No, yeah.
Yeah, going forward, he's been good. I think.
Yeah.
You have to remember, he is only what 18, 19.
Rashford's
That's
done
a handball. I can
Rashford's
tell
done
that
a
from-
goal,
He's
Yeah.
done a
Rashford's done a
goal.
goal.
But he was quite quiet. Fred's been decent.
but I think he was
Industrious. He's been industrious
Industrious,
as
yeah.
Fred. He's been busy on the ball. He's looked for a forward
He's
pass.
the industrious mouse.
I've always said that about Fred. Even when under Jose, when everyone was slating him as being this shit house or whatever, like his pass completion may not be great, but he is always looking for.
Yeah, he
that
tries to
forward
play the
pass.
ball forward, doesn't he?
I think
Um,
Gomez has come on and changed the game a bit though, because he actually directly leads to the first goal through his sort of a tackle. and-
Dan Bernard.
There
I
you
like
go.
the long-haired guy that talking. He looks like a swag surfer.
Thank you.
You think-
Is
Is
swag
is that what you're
surfing?
going
I've been
for?
surfing before.
Have you?
Yeah.
Well, you went to Australia, didn't you?
Yeah,
So-
we didn't surf there.
No, I'd have
surf
loved to have seen
waves of rum.
Steve try and surf. That would have been good.
Yeah. Oh, imagine seeing Stephen Housen surfing.
No.
He wouldn't. He literally couldn't.
No, probably not.
Would he be able to get himself up?
He could.
off
He
the
could. He
floor?
could do a lot of stuff, but he couldn't surf.
Let us know. Should we do a series of just Stephen Housen doing very different sports? And
We could
looking
call
at
it
the
Stephen Tries.
Definitely.
Well,
not
he is in
taken.
Manchester.
Housen tries.
That's a foul.
Oh
there.
dear. Oh.
Housen tries.
Oh,
Is
I
he
think.
knocked
Oh,
out?
he's out. I think he's out. Kevin De Bruyne
Yeah, he's
has been
saying
knocked
come-
out cold. I think.
Oh wow.
Oh dear.
By the way, how can when it's that bad? How can they
dear.
not
okay,
be able to
He's come to now.
like
But
someone be able to put him in the right spot
Yeah.
straight away? Like,
That's-
why is
that's
my
their
D
job.
just going like that?
That's
Surely
their job, isn't it?
he should be able to like. I don't know.
they'll see in the replay.
It might be like a knee to a head or something like that. Oh, Pep Guardiola when there's a camera on him. Pep Guardiola when he's going for a shit, but there's a camera.
I like Pep Guardiola.
Very bold man. Very bold man.
Stephen Housewim when he learns to swim for the first time.
I
Let's have a look at this
hope Kevin
replay
De Bruyne is
then, or is it
okay.
bad?
Anyway,
It
didn't look
wasn't
nice.
a foul, was it? Lindelof just got.
It
the
wasn't a
ball
foul. It's just one of those things, but it doesn't look nice. So I hope he's all right.
Let's have a look at this.
Joe
Oh,
Uzo,
why are you showing
Sauce, Heinz sponsor.
that's just happened. No, mate, we're going to show the Bernardo.
I like how Jabsy69 is kind of like he's grassing me in. Joe says skips are genital flavour candy floss. They
Skips
are.
are right. I need to bring this up to you. Skips are lovely.
Skips
They-
are banging,
they
man.
taste like
Skips
genitals.
are banging.
They taste like genitals.
Yeah, what's wrong with the taste
well,
of
there we
Did,
go.
I say anything was wrong with
There we
it?
go.
Does it taste good?
Right.
Tasty.
Rashford. Good finish that.
Gomez to Greenwood, Greenwood to Rashford apparently for the goal.
Everyone's lying there. I thought people would score.
What?
Someone had scored goals. Like,
That was ages ago.
A lot of
No,
oh, he's
no.
up and about. He was fucking alright. Jesus.
Did we see? We haven't seen a replay, have we?
I don't think you can get knocked out and then be walking around like that after.
No.
Yeah, you can.
Can you really?
Definitely. I mean, have you ever seen
Yeah,
UFC? People
Yeah.
get knocked out
Straight
2
away.
seconds later, running down the
Yeah,
tunnel.
but in football though, you'd think if
Bruyne's
someone was
off.
actually that out.
It's come off anyway. De Bruyne.
Yeah.
There's no point risking.
I mean,
it.
there's no way you can like suddenly get to a
If
level
we
of
Stephen
Yeah,
how
football.
to. That's not bad. How to Housen.
How to Housen.
How to Housen.
If we get a
He
bit of a
loves
budget for a show
alliteration
like
as
that,
well.
that'd be fantastic.
He
I
loves
think- I actually
alliteration.
think he'd like to do something like that, where he goes and tries all different activities.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd love to see
I'm going
that.
to take him golfing.
Yeah, he
Oh,
goes
are you?
golfing. He goes on like some of the
Where you
world's
gonna go?
highest like roller
I
coasters.
don't know, probably just the driving range. I don't think he should go on the golf.
A bungee jump.
Oh,
horse
Martial's
riding.
coming on. We've been playing this entire game without Martial.
Yeah.
And look how good we've been.
Yeah, well,
4 monks
Hey,
talking shy.
if we make it
Yeah,
3-2,
If we can rename the watch along to that'd be good
That'd
with
be
me.
great, yeah.
It's a good name for a pub.
that is our next business venture.
Yeah,
We
it
make a
is.
pub.
Where
Welcome
is
to the
Cameron?
Four Monks
Stretford
talking
Paddock
shite.
pub.
Oh
It's
no,
not
too
gonna
much
be called
sauce on
Stretford
that.
Shit,
Pub.
really.
It's going to be called Four Monks Talking Shite.
Sorry.
if Trump became the president of my country, Housen can surf. Anything is possible.
Yeah, I think he could. I think we could get there with him.
Surf's
But
up.
Trump becoming president of the United States of America isn't even that crazy.
Could take him.
It's just peak America.
You could take him skiing.
New
Chill factor.
new series idea. Housen joins the US presidential
Housen
campaign trail.
Unfortunately, you do have to be a naturalized US citizen.
Video series
But-
House in 2020 is what it's called. That'd be great, wouldn't it?
House in
I
2020.
don't think it.
I don't know how well it
I don't
would
know how
go.
we do
Look at the
that.
Patreon can get behind him. That's how the snowball starts.
It's all about getting those
It's all about the
950 people
donations.
behind you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about small donations.
Yeah.
Donate
They
to us.
just need, they just
Why
need
not?
to turn into. Oh,
Mason coming
Cameron
off.
Watson's
Not
still
what you
here.
want to see.
Who scored our goal? It was Marcus Rashford.
of course it's Marcus.
Marcus
Joe, are
Rashford.
you doing a late night video tonight? No, not tonight though, but the next one is tomorrow night.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Have you got a guest on tomorrow night?
I'm hoping to have a guest on tomorrow night. We'll see. We'll see what we can do. It's going to be, should be very fun.
Not just the transfer seagull.
No. Lindelof's been alright.
There's no
Brendan's been our
confirming
number
that
one
he's-
left back.
You can't confirm whether he's here, there, or not tomorrow, can you? Because he's out and about, isn't he?
Yeah,
Well,
if he
no,
turns up, he
that's
turns
it.
up.
That is it,
You don't know
yeah.
whether he's here.
House and tries ballet. I'd like that.
Oh, that would be funny.
Who scored for us? Rashford.
Ballet's actually really physically demanding. Really hard, apparently.
Someone's asking.
You
where,
know, Tupac.
someone
used to-
asking where's he's from in
Big
Ireland.
man.
So, Patrick, where are you from in Ireland?
Manchester.
Well, Manchester. Manchester. My family is from
In
Donegal,
between
but
us,
who you're actually asking is Kieran. It's
I'm
Dublin,
not
isn't
even
it?
Irish either. So
Yeah.
but at least I lived there. Just saying.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's fair enough. It's fair enough.
How do we get a Joe's show where we give odd national foods for Joe to try out?
Oh, that's a really
that'd
good
be
idea.
great show.
I'd love to try that.
Like
Trying out crazy Japanese stuff.
Yeah. I'd try anything like that. I'd be happy with that.
blue lights
No,
going
no one making the run around the corner there. Williams. There's
Gomez-
2 United players
Gomez-
there. No
William-
one made the run.
Gomez was going to make it, and then he just sort of stopped. And
Water
10 minutes,
polo,
get another goal. Come on.
ribbon dancing.
Oh, I'd love to see him in a
That would be
leotard,
very
wouldn't
good.
you?
Be very good.
Ferdinand used to ballet.
Yeah, well, Tupac Shakur used to...
Shakur?
Shakur, I don't know how to say it properly.
Shakur.
Tupac used to do ballet
Shakur.
when he was growing up in the
Lick
Bronx.
your
Charcuterie.
Actual fact.
Tupac Shakur.
One of the better rappers of all time used to do ballet.
One of the better rappers of all time.
One of the better ones.
That's a great way of phrasing
I think
that.
yeah, Tupac's
I don't
like
think you're
guru
wrong, it's just
of,
an interesting way to say it.
gangster.
Almost
I
as
don't
good
know,
as
there's
you
loads
saying
of them.
chips and fish.
Yeah, that was
Chips
good.
and fish.
Number 5.
Do a goal.
Chips and fish.
Just took too long there, didn't he, Rashford?
Who earns?
How much do you really want to win this if we're only giving Martial 10 minutes?
He's injured.
He's been
He's
injured.
he's
So you
been
don't
ill
know
and injured.
what
Who earns?
the plan was before the game. And also, I think the main thing that United kind of said at half time was don't get battered.
Obviously, if you know, you know.
Don't get 6-0.
are they booing me? No, sir.
Realistically,
Boo,
if we
Stephen
managed-
Hughes, I'm from Dublin, that's what I was asking.
I went to school in Dublin, in Castleknock, so yeah. Up Castleknock, Dublin 15.
Gomez is on.
Hasn't it chill factor? Is Gomez on? Yes. How have we played second half? Not too bad. City have
Better than
dropped
the
off
first
and not
Better,
been great.
much better.
City look like they're, coasting, to be honest. But we've got to go back and 3-1, whilst it's not great,
It's not
is
over.
a lot better than we thought it might be at half time.
Well, 3-1, it's not over.
Anyone got
It's not.
Anyone got some retro Simpsons references? Please drop them in the chat. I do love a good Simpsons.
I was elected to
meme.
read.
It was the
I
best
was
of
elected
times.
to
It was
lead,
the
not to
blurst of
read.
times. Stupid monkey.
We'll
that's-
take the spruce moose. Hop in. That's it. I said hop in. Classic Mr. Burns. One of the most underrated characters in this.
Mr. Burns.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe the best character.
No, Mo Sislak for me has always
Is
been.
he?
Yeah, Mo. Uncle Mo, here I am. Uncle Mo. Remember when he opens his own restaurant?
No.
And he has the chips on his head. And he screams at the kid, and that's when it goes tits up.
Games were really good.
When he got the facelift,
crossing.
and then that stage falls on his head and he ruins him.
Oh, man. Simpsons
If we get another goal, I'd feel okay for the second leg. I'd absolutely love another goal.
Yeah, so would I.
And when I say Simpsons reference, I don't want anything after like season 11 or 12 because it's all hot
It's
garbage.
not The Simpsons then, is it?
I really would like some, some Hank Scorpio, that kind of stuff.
Some steamed hams.
Was it steamed hams, some Put It in H.
Troy McClure.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh,
what is
Phil
Jones
Jones.
done?
some Lionel Hutz. I'm not wearing a tie at all.
Oh, Phil Jones
is
has
that
hurt
right?
himself. Phil
that
Jones
what
has
you
hurt
think?
himself shockingly.
Oh, yeah, Phil
Is
Jones.
it?
Yeah.
Lionel Hutz
I
would do a
don't know
better
whether
job.
his shoes fell off or his heads fell off.
Ketchup.
Ketchup.
That's one of the best ever Simpsons movies.
That's when he's
He
broke.
fires Smithers.
Yeah, and he has to shop for himself.
Yeah.
Ketchup.
Ketchup.
Oh, man.
That's one of my favourite.
When Conan O'Brien was writing for the show, it was like,
Flaming Joe's. Oh, that'd be a great name for a pub, wouldn't it?
oh, what else? What else we got?
Ooh, podcast friends. Yeah, that's us. I was saying boo earns.
Boo
Steve Townsend. I have one. United are
Aurora Borealis.
With just literally just Simpsons quotes with no context or anything now.
Shout
No
out.
context.
Shout
Bleeding Gums Housen.
Oh,
Oh,
Fred
Bleeding
just got
Gunshausen.
mugged.
Do you think Stephen can play any instruments?
No.
No. Drums, maybe.
He's probably got the lungs for the saxophone.
Smithers, I've been Bumblebee. That one where Homer Simpson has that massive pile of sugar in his back garden.
Yeah. First you get the sugar, then you get the woman. Oh, it's great.
I've always been a fan of Malk. Oh, this is so good.
Wow, Hank Scorpio is a funny one-off character as well. What's a Globotech?
Patrick reminds me of Smithers.
Well, sir.
One more thing. You must find the Jade Monkey. We found the Jade Monkey.
Go
so it
on,
was in
Fred,
the,
throw him off the
club
pitch.
department of Japan.
That's like probably the
Everything's
worst
going to
character. It's probably the worst character you could be compared to. Smithers.
No, comic book guy's pretty bad.
Thoughts on
Watchalong ever.
Oh, this is great. Family Guy or Simpsons.
Oh,
in
Simpsons.
in their peak Simpsons.
Oh, Family Guy. Family
Williams
Guy's
done
funny
really
when you're
well
like
there.
10 and you've started watching Rude Telly and you're like, oh, that's kind of funny, but then you
And
realize
then you realise it's really shit.
90% of the gags in the show really don't land and you don't get them because you're not really clued into American pop culture.
It's almost as
well
bad
you
as
think.
American Dad or whatever it is.
thoughts on?
They're all
Oh,
the
that's the
same.
worst thing. The thoughts on Ricky Gervais's monologue, fucking brilliant.
Yeah, very
It was
fun.
quality.
I'm not that much of a fan of Ricky Gervais.
No, I'm not
I have to
either.
say.
Marge, it's 3 a.m. You shouldn't be baking.
I think some of Ricky Gervais' stuff is excellent. Some of it just isn't for
That's
me.
my
But
Mark
that's
Simpson
just
impression.
personal opinion.
If you just
They do nothing. Because they pour that. What did they pour that? It's thingy in it. It's that. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Better McBain.
McBain. Yeah.
McBain.
Oh, what's his name?
Goggles.
They do nothing.
if you're just joining us for the first time, welcome.
Yeah, we're talking Simpsons. United are losing 3-1.
You can't tell.
So we
We're
don't want to
we're the-
struggle.
When somebody plays Think of the Children, extra reference, but slightly, I would say, mainstream or even towards overused.
Oh,
But I
wow.
like the effort.
We've got some. We've got some
hello.
gatekeeping in the Simpsons meme community.
Yeah, we have.
I am a fan of
Speaking of
Simpsons
which, you should be
shitposting.
a member of the Island Simpsons.
Hey up.
Oh my god!
Claudia
Bravo.
Bravo is absolute balls and goal, man.
Yeah.
How did he win like loads of silverware at
Yeah, I don't
Barcelona?
know. The B shot.
Because he never had any shots to go
Look at
against.
this.
With my
Look at that.
baby.
Whizzed it.
Right.
Man, you'll get relegated. We won't.
We just
We
won't.
definitely
Do you
won't.
remember Barney's really depressing film? Don't cry for me. I'm already dead.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we can't take corners.
Man gets hit in groin.
We just get more corners.
Boing. I'm stop now. I'll stop. Sorry. I've
But you should be a member of the. You should be a member of Island Simpsons.
Trabopoline. Sorry, I can't stop. I love Simpsons.
This never goes well, so why are we doing it again?
What the hell is Le
Le Grill. What the hell is that?
This never goes well.
Oh, God.
Thank you, everyone.
Everything's coming up Millhouse.
It's a little airborne. It's still good.
Thank you to the people fans of Simpsons memes. This says
Lunt 8 just says Frankie Boyle. Doesn't have anything to do with Simpsons. But
Just
I agree.
Frankie Boyle.
He's pretty mint.
Frankie Boyle.
Lee Mack is the wittiest man on the planet.
Lee Mack is
Lee
good.
Mack's brilliant.
He's brilliant.
But
But Tim Vine is probably, when it comes to one-liners,
I do
Tim
like
Vine's
one-liner.
probably
I'm a
top
fan of
tier.
a one-liner.
Go on.
Go on,
Angel lad.
Angel. Shh. Just give it away. Sorry.
Lee Mack's up there, though Not Going Out isn't what it used to be.
It's not on, that's why.
No,
It
it's still
is,
going.
It was
No, it's
Christmas.
not.
Well, there was a Christmas.
Nah, there wasn't. Sorry, I'm just being an arsehole.
Just going to deny it.
Is it,
Speaking of which, the best Christmas special ever is Father Ted, which you should watch every year on Christmas Eve. It's
it's
pretty mint.
Pretty mint.
Ted.
It's
The best episode of which is the football one.
No, the best episode is Speed 3.
No.
Pat Mustard. Pat Mustard was wondering if he could put his massive tool in my box.
what? Slack. My producer. Oh.
No, boring.
Oh,
You wrecked
What
the
are
flow
you
of banter
doing?
we were having here.
Well done, Cam. Cheers, mate.
Idiot, mate. We'll wait till after the game.
Yeah.
Frank
We don't know
Grimes,
yet.
legend,
We could
correct.
score 2 goals in the last 2 minutes. Change everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
No love for Stuart Lee. I like Stuart Lee. He's good. I like Stuart Lee.
I mean, Bernardo Silva, look at that. He's been ridiculous this game.
Millionaire underdog Stuart Lee.
Well, don't make it fun.
There's a chance if it's 2, there's not a chance if it's 3, is it?
There's not a chance it's 2.
There is
to
the
be honest.
absolute
There's just
one.
not.
No, there is a
Absolutely
chance.
chance.
Yeah,
There
you're
is
right,
a
there
chance. There's not a
Absolutely
very
a chance.
big one.
You need
but
United need to get one more though.
we have to
If
score
we-
3
if-
goals at the Etihad.
If we had defended a no, we need to score
done it
2
before.
goals and not concede.
No, because
There's
if
no
we score
away
3,
goals. There's no away goals. Rule.
it
There's
is
no
in the
away
second-
goals, there's
it
no
is
away
if it goes
goals.
after into what's it?
Let us know in the comments. Is it that seems stupid to me? After extra time,
It's
away
not.
goals become a thing.
Yeah, that's how
Bill
it's
Hicks is
worked for a
excellent,
while.
yeah.
That
Bill
seems
Hicks is
really
great.
stupid to
Oh,
me.
how was Theo Von the other night?
Amazing.
Was
Oh,
it
yeah.
good? Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
watch a lot of his stand up, but I do get like from what
He's
I've seen,
so
he's quite
fucking funny,
he is
man.
quite funny,
Yeah, he's
quite
really good.
snarky.
Very unique.
very you.
Sort of
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
style to him, and yeah, really good.
And you met him after as well.
Yeah, he was doing like a meet and greet thing, but I just came out of the toilets and he was there. So I did it because I never normally do like going for pictures and stuff.
Yeah, I
'cause
know,
I'm not
Joe.
queuing for half an hour just to annoy someone. But he was literally right there, so I just stood there for a couple of minutes and then said hello. And he said, "Wow, you're really tall. You don't see many tall people."
City on the attack.
What does that even mean?
Oh,
Speaking of
just
celebrities, served Emil Heskey in work on a
Oh,
Tuesday.
yeah.
Always serve him.
What,
Great
at-
lad.
Ultrium.
Yeah, he lives
View.
in yeah. Emil Heskey's in
He
all
lives
the
around
time.
there.
Yeah, he's an
Nailed,
absolute
doesn't he?
real talk. One of the nicest guys ever.
I've only
Oh.
ever heard good things about his personality.
He's a very, very nice guy, Emil Heskey, I have to say. And his family as well. So shout out to the Heskies, I suppose.
And they named the American League after him as well.
Yes, they
didn't
did.
they? MLSky.
See, there's conflicting views.
Biggest order I always have is Emil Heskey.
Really?
He has like 4 nachos, popcorn.
Is he fat nowadays?
No, he's a good Nick.
But why not eat a lot?
Big guy.
If
He's
you-
like
if-
6'4".
If you've got the money to order that amount of stuff from the cinema, just
He
do
wants
it.
to be.
Because it's mint, isn't it?
No, yeah.
There's nothing better than getting into the cinema with a massive popcorn and a massive drink.
And I get 40% off, so it's class. Or, yeah, 40% off.
This video is brought to you by View Altrincham. If you want...
Oh,
Shout out to the View Massive.
No muff, no tough. Simply says anus. Thoughts?
So, no muff,
Bang
nor
on.
tough,
You've got
nor
that.
tough,
Bang on.
but anus.
What is tough?
No muff, too tough. I'm too tough for muff. That's why he likes anus, I think. Was it Rooney that called Phil Jones Quagmire from Family Guy?
It might have been. That's a bit
Giggity.
harsh.
Andreas is so poor.
I saw someone do a giggity in real life, like
Pretty much.
seriously the other week.
What, as an
Seriously,
actual...
Like as a sort of a punctuation to a joke, they said giggity at the end.
That's like that's like
unironic giggity.
that's almost as bad as Bazinga.
It's not as bad as Bazinga.
No,
Big Bang
It's
Theory.
somewhere between
Well,
Bazinga.
I said it's
and
almost as bad.
My
Yeah.
Wife in the style of Borat, which is actually
Oh, wow.
always funny. Even though it shouldn't be and it's not, it sort of is. Do you know what I mean?
Brandon Williams has had a good game. I think.
Brandon Williams. United have looked good second
He's had a
half.
good game.
Obviously, City
Oh,
have
Go
got
on,
top
Brandon.
ball.
Just keep
Go on,
running.
Brandon, lad.
Keep running.
Martial, what are you doing,
Martial
mate?
tackled him.
That's
all
fine.
Not
That's
been
fine.
bad.
Ball. Shoot.
Oh
Oh
my
my
Boo
God, Dean.
Boo
No,
earned.
no. I
That
got
is the
away there.
reason we're going out.
Drop
because
ball.
of Mike D.
Right,
gonna
come
blow
on,
it
2
up.
seconds. Have a shot. It's it.
I think that's full
3-1.
time. Is that it? Is that
3-1.
it? That's it.
That's
3-1.
it. Final score: 3-1 Man United. We won
Get in.
After an absolutely dismal first half. United have come back and maybe
Come back.
Come back. We've got a goal. We've
back.
got a
Let's
goal.
finish
We've
the
got
fucking
a goal.
sentence,
We've
yeah.
got a goal.
Come back and maybe salvaged a little bit of hope for the second leg.
Yes, I agree.
Any comments?
No.
No.
We're gonna win
We'll
three-
see you
we're gonna
very
win
soon
3-0.
for the review. Thanks all for joining us. We're just having a laugh, aren't we? It's
Couple of
not
lads
great.
having a laugh.
It's not great.
That should be on a t-shirt.